Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John.
I'm Claire.
This is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to the Rome Total War live stream. We are back. Hello there.
Hello.
That was...
I'm just waiting for the... I'm just waiting to...
I invited Claire to say hello. She can't be bothered. She hates you. Claire hates you all.
I said hello already.
Yes, I know, but that was part of, like, the intro. Then there's the more personal bit where we sit down and we build a rapport with the audience, Claire. Claire's in uniform today. Claire's actually she's actually wearing the Many a True Nerd t-shirt today. Claire is in uniform and matching trousers. Insofar as we're wearing dark and dark. It generally looks like you're like the backstage crew for a Many a True Nerd Broadway musical. Which there should be. You could do the costuming.
I was going more for, like, dressed as Matt in a Many a True Nerd shirt sort of vibe. I thought you'd appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, it's entirely because I wanted to make a fashion statement and not because I don't have other clean clothes.
Oh, that could be a thing too.
I'm an adult.
That could be a thing too. Dear oh flipping dear. Welcome back to Rome Total War. Let's move over to a thing and see if everything actually works as it should do. Right, that worked. And then for some reason the camera skipped, but that's actual noise. Lovely. Hang on, I need to turn down the volume on my end. Claire, shuffle in. All right, get sure everyone can be. There you go.
Just don't want to get too close to the very, very fancy computer.
As long as you keep the water over there, I'm calm. Just so you know, when Claire brings me water, I don't have to pass it to me. I kind of ask her to pass it to me like away from the computer, then I'm the one that carries it near the computer. And if you knew Claire and her level of clumsiness, you would agree with me. You'd all agree with me. Claire's not going to defend herself now because she knows this is true.
I mean, it wouldn't be a defense, it would just be a lie. Like yesterday when you were sad about Dan's video, like, telling it like it is.
It's not how it is. That was all lies. All flipping lies. So, welcome to the Rome Total War livestream. Just as a reminder, yeah, we've got our friends the Carthaginians, who are down to basically nothing but this one city. The map lies. That's all Scipione's stuff at this point. And the Romans are coming. So, possibly we might just kind of naff off and leave them to it. The Greeks are not quite on the ropes, but they're certainly a lot weaker than they once were. If we could just find a way to actually, I might actually kind of completely flipping ignore Corinth for now, and instead just kind of work around Corinth, because I think we can totally pull that off. If I just kind of pull a ship round here, then what we can probably do is, yeah, that's a strong enough fleet. I might just bring this force around here and just basically go for one of their other cities, and I can use that to avoid their zone of control. And I can do the same thing with Zeuxis, who's come all the flipping way from Silesia for this. He has come on a very, very long journey for this whole business, which is absolutely marvellous. Do you need anything, by the way? No, you're cool for the time being. The Scythians have been temporarily beaten back. They're not posing a threat right now. We've got a decent garrison up here. We've actually managed to secure all of the Middle East at this point, so albeit, yeah, there's some slight problems with happiness around this part of the world.
Is it because you've killed all of it?
It's not because I've killed all of it. It's just it's a little bit low in people. Exact moment in time. Can I just get I might just send some just a little bit of cavalry to see if I can just get this to calm down for the time being. We'll see about that. Yeah, it's because it's overpopulated. It's because population's really high right now, and it's not being brought down fast enough because I'm training elite but slow units. So that's kind of why that's a problem. Also, I should send one of my main fleets back in this direction, ready to pick up the next lot, because there'll be new armies ready to come sooner rather than later. Thracians haven't attacked us in the end, so we'll just leave them be. Though in Rhodes, just in case, yeah, train some more stuff just in case they come back. So that's kind of where we are. That's where we are. And today I'd like to get in the fields as a priority, because I'm building the elite cavalry stables at Pergamum. We will very soon have Cataphracts. Hence the title of the live stream, the Trojan Horses, because from the site that's vaguely close by to, historical Troy, there was a historical Troy, by the way. It's not just a myth. We found the ruins of what we think was Troy. Yep, near on Pergamum here, we've got Cataphracts coming in, so I should be able to field Cataphracts and onagers within this live stream, which will be very, very cool indeed. So, while I just figure out where to spend the rest of the money, if there's anything good to actually spend the rest of the money on. Claire, anything immediately that you need to tell me?
Yes, indeed. We've got a few people saying hello. So, shout out to Joseph, who gave us $2 and said, "Good morning from Northern California." I even said the right state this time.
Excellent,
So
well
go
done.
me.
Well done.
Shout out to Tree Shaker Tucker, who gave us £2 and said, "Hi, John and Claire." So hello, it's good to have you.
That's one of the Australians, isn't it? Is Tree Shaker Tucker one of the Australians?
I can't. I mean, they're a regular, but
Yes, I
can't
know
remember
they're. I
exactly
was trying to remember
where
whether they're an Australian or not. Tell us, Tree Shaker Tucker. Tell us.
Anyway, shout out to Thomas Richter, who gave us 5 Brazilian reals and said, "I'm looking forward to seeing some clariots and clariphants."
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
I think clariphants might be pushing it a tiny bit.
What? No.
Well, at that point, you can just say anything. Like, we don't drink coffee, we drink Clarefee.
No, that's a bit too close to coffee fee.
Yes.
Anyway, Thomas also sent us another 2 Brazilian reals and asked if we are going to have Cataphracts as well. I don't think you approve.
I don't approve of Cataphracts. I don't approve of that much Claire in general. Just that much Claire just strikes me as a bad thing. That's just too much.
I can leave if you like.
We need you. We need you for reasons.
Okay, shout out to Nathaniel, who gave us $20 and said, "I can't stay for the whole stream, but work is doing better, so I thought I'd share. Thank you very, very much. Also, screw YouTube with a U tube, like the wood."
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yes.
Yeah, it's poisonous as well. So there you go. We're
What?
poisoning YouTube.
What?
Would you? It's
Oh, right. I was lost there for a second.
Tree Shaker Tucker says they're from Northern Ireland, so there you go. And also gave us another £2. So thank you. Yes, of course they weren't from Australia because they were giving us Great British pounds.
Ah.
Yes, indeed. Oh, there's a lot of Claire puns going on in the chat right now.
No, stop.
Yash in the chat wanted to know John is wearing a linen shirt right cocking now, isn't he? Yes, he is.
Correct. Confirmed.
Absolutely.
Never not.
Yeah.
Always. #always.
I mean, I don't think any of the Claire puns are Claire puns that you haven't made before. Obviously, the Claire-tastrophe.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Claire-tastrophe? I don't use that often. I should do, now you've brought it up, but...
You could have gone with the thing, couldn't you?
Mm-hmm. What?
You couldn't have gone with the thing. Anyway, never mind.
Claire's just saying words at this point. I don't even know what they mean.
The thing is, you don't listen, so you can't really pick up on jokes.
No. Ah, I see. Whatever it is you just said, I'm sure it was true.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shout out to Eleanor, who gave us £10 and said, "I'm still doing my MA in classics, finished literature and language, and onto archaeology."
Woo!
John, do you have any favourite Roman finds? Claire, do you have any new books you're excited about? Finally, and most importantly, how is Tabby?
Was that find, did they say?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like it's a particular find. I've always loved the coinage of the reign of Claudius because it's just so utterly mundane. He took such pleasure in such mundane things. He didn't put like grand military triumphs or foreign bounty piled up on wagons on his guys. No, he just put corn on it. Say, yeah, I secured the grain supply by improving infrastructure. What are you going to do about it? Nothing, because you're all fine.
Well, he's the one that you
so
like
boring.
because
he's so boring.
Like, so competent and boring.
He's
but everybody
so
else
cocking boring. He is great. I love him. Right, let's move this turn on. See if anyone does anything.
New books that I'm excited about.
Yep, go for it.
I need to tell you specifically about Space Opera by Cat Vellante because it's like coming out fairly soon, I guess in the spring. It's like it's about the Eurovision in space, but if you lose, you die. Like, I mean, I don't even know what else to say. It's about the Eurovision in space, but if you lose, like, the planet that you're representing at Eurovision gets blown up.
This just sounds like a really, really gay version of the Hunger Games. Is it just super camp Hunger Games?
I mean, that's what it sounds like, but wouldn't you read that in a second? In a hot second? It's like Stellaris Apocalypse, but, like, the result of the Eurovision decides who gets blown up.
Okay, so here's something interesting.
That sounds awesome.
500 men, the last stand of the Carthaginians, which I can get involved with, but if I do, it's a declaration of war against Rome, or I can naff off and leave them to it. The question is, do I think they might be able to win? And they've got heavy cav. They've got a ton of heavy cav. I've got some cav. They've got all the heavy cav in the world, and the Romans don't actually have a leader, but they do have... They have triple silver chevron Hastati. This was back in the days when experience was stupidly powerful. In theory, it's not even impossible that if played just right, you could win this. But they're not going to. They are absolutely not going to. But do we risk war against Rome regardless? Chat? Okay, Claire straw poll it.
Alright.
Do we get involved in this? Because this is... If I am here and I put my... I mean, I don't have enough strength. I've only got 30 men. I'd just be here to watch. But I'd kind of like to watch the last... You know what? Screw it. We're going to be at war with... No, don't bother. We're going to do it. We're just going to do it anyway. I'm pretty sure it would have come down yet.
The chat is saying, don't do it, don't do it. Yes, don't do it. Let them die. No.
No,
War.
I want to see it. I want to see, because they've got 180 heavy cav and an elephant on the field.
Don't do it, John. No, no, no. Yes, no. Do it. No, get running.
In theory, they can. Okay, they can't do it. No, they Okay, have trust in these troops.
Sorry.
Trust in these troops. Trust in them.
No. Why would we? There's like 3 of them.
There's not 3 of them. Alright, heavy cav is really powerful. All I need to do is for them to literally fight. That's not how you fight perfectly. Okay, if I was in control, I might actually be able to win this. Okay, seriously, it's not impossible. They've got an elephant here and everything. Come on. Come on, where am I? I need to get involved. We can win this. We can win this. This is genuinely winnable if the computer plays perfectly, which it won't. But I kind of want to see it anyway, because I want to see how good a job they can do. Where are my troops? My troops are thundering in right now. Come on. They're just walking forwards into the slaughter. They're just going to be torn apart by the pillar. That's the problem. They need to go for... It just needs to be pincer movement after pincer movement, and then just pinning. It needs to be absolutely perfect. Pin, then cavalry slam. Then pin, then cavalry slam.
Yeah, although Calvin makes a good point in the chat, says don't underestimate the idiocy of the AI.
Yeah, but the problem is the AI is both sides. Every side is the AI. So those guys are going to be slaughtered. Oh, come on. You need to not do this. We need to not be doing this. Where are you? Come on, where are the reinforcements? I need you to get involved. Okay, their leader's going in. I need to get around the back. If they've got one chance, I need to be hitting in the back whenever he's hitting in the front. So just basically get around here. Skirmish mode off. Skirt. They've just thrown their general in. Something's broken. Something's actually broken here. Something's broken. Okay, ignore all of this. In here. Ah, darn it. They got too far ahead and their general's already broken. Damn it. And we've broken too. They actually could have had that if he just waited for, like, anyone else to bother showing up. They genuinely could have done. Go, Carthage, go. This is it. If Carthage loses this, they've lost full stop. And they're going to. They're going to. Come on. No, don't fall back. There's no point falling back. I wonder if this group's going to regroup. I'm not sure they can. Once everything's broken, that's it. It's done. And they're not even going for the charge, are they? They're not even going for the charge. Oh, come on. Come the hell on. This is... Oh, that's just embarrassing. There's the one elephant. We're going to stick with the one elephant. Go, elephant, go! Go, elephant! Go, elephant! That's right! Knock them all down. Yay! Go, elephant. Woo! The elephant is doing quite well. I mean, he's a little bit on the frightened side, understandably. But go, elephant! I believe in you. This one elephant can defeat Rome. Go, elephant, go! There you are. Just give him a pat on the back. He'll be fine. And now he's naffing off. Now he's distraught. And now he's going to get pelted by all the peeler in the world. Luckily, you managed to avoid all of them. Go, Elephant! I believe in you. Where's the general? I mean, he's going to be able to win one-on-one against some of these guys, but then, in theory... Okay, yeah, what he needs to do is, yeah, hit right here, right here. That's exactly the right place to go. He has just actually thrown himself precisely the right location, but those Hastati were just too strong, too committed. That elephant's naffing off. Okay, just throw the elephant right there. Throw the elephant right here. Okay, you can trigger a multiple break at this point right here. This is why I should have saved my cav. If I could throw my cavalry right here, I could trigger a break, and that would actually clear out like a third of the army in one go. Massive, massive penalties. They're steady for the time being, but now they're surrounded. In fact, I'm impressed this guy's still fighting. Genuinely, I am. One-on-one, that's Equites. They don't want to get involved. The elephant throwing it. In fact, I'm really impressed these guys haven't broken. I don't know why they haven't broken. There's an elephant, and they're going up against, yeah, some quite hardcore heavy infantry. They've got no general. That's genuinely impressive. But then now it's just going to be a slugging match with the general's bodyguard. Okay, so we lost that one. We lost that one. Maybe Rome didn't notice us there and won't declare war and won't mind the fact that that just happened. They're probably going to mind the fact that just happened. Oh dear, and now they're surrounded. This is the end of Carthage, tragically. The end of Carthage. But you know what? Go down fighting, lads. Go down fighting. Tragically, yeah, Carthage generally does very badly in Rome. They generally get absolutely obliterated by everyone. And that's everyone. That is the lot right there. No, I don't think his men are going to hold in the face of this calamity. In fact, I think they've already lost. Yep, they've definitely already lost. Okay, so we didn't do that well. We didn't do that well, but Hasdrubal got 380 kills, which was pretty good. But I think that's actually the end of the Carthaginians. Meaning, I think we now don't have any friends left in the world. I think that's actually it. I think that's both.
This seems to be like a constant of your playthroughs, that you just end up, you know, in Total War games, just not having any friends for reasons.
I tried. Oh, the Greeks coming in for a poke.
You tried. You didn't even give him like 40,000 denarii or whatever.
That was different. Then I had 40,000 denarii. This time I don't. The Greeks coming in for a poke as well against Zeuxis and his very numerous army, albeit not the strongest army. Though actually, it's got phalanx pikemen with shields and whatever. Yeah, we've actually got a decent quality army coming in here. He's actually got ballista here, hoplites, but obviously not going to do so well when they have to come in against the defended position. The clariots, the clarifonts, the clarchers, the Clalanx Cloakmen, they're all here. They're all ready to go. Yeah, I think actually if we just spread out nice and wide, I'm not sure they've got any archers. Do they have any archers at all? They've got some peltasts. Yeah, this shouldn't be too bad. What do we know about this guy? He's a good commander, no traits other than that whatsoever. And my faction has got superior cav. Yeah, this should be manageable if I play it right. Over to you while I'm setting up anyway.
Yeah, sorry. Let me get back to that. Astromancer gave us $10 and said, good timing. I was about 5 houses from home after grocery shopping when the notification hit my phone. So there you go. At least there are some people for whom it's not the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's always welcome, that it's not everyone for whom it's the middle of the night. That is always very good indeed. Yeah, shallow hill here. This will do. I'll draw up here.
And a shout out also to 42 Mushrooms, excellent username, who gave us £5 and said, thank you for keeping me company while I sit off work for my 3rd week with a concussion and not able to go out without feeling ill. That sounds awful, as much as I like to stay indoors and like not leave the house.
Yes, that does sound not great.
So hopefully you feel better soon. And shout out as well to Thomas Richter, who sent us 50 Brazilian reals. Thank you very, very much for that.
Thank you indeed. And
said Brazilian real is by far the best real. Therefore, reigniting the currency war. Thank you, Thomas. That was helpful.
Is the joke that it's just no one else in South America use the real? Is that an exclusively Brazilian thing?
Might be, yes. And also a shout out to Fat Leluc, who gave us $100. So thank you very much indeed. That. Extremely generous. Who said in memoriam morituri ab Johanne negligentia. which I'm assuming means in memory of those who died due to the negligence of George.
Yes, one of those bits of Latin that's quite easy to figure out simply using convenient, helpful, modern-day expressions. Yes, indeed.
Well, you know, I feel like that's something that would also be just appropriate for a lot of your playthroughs anyway.
Indeed.
So,
In
thank you
flipping
very
deed.
much for
In
that.
flipping deed. It's not a lie. Right, all of you just tied together. Let's see where these guys are. I think we can just turn to face them a tiny bit yet. Yeah, that should be fine. Now, are you guys going to push forward aggressively? And there's some cav here. That is Greek cav. It's not pushing forward too hard. I'm just going to put the archers into speeding things up a little bit. And for the archers, by the way, I'll just put them into... I'll cut the skirmish mode off. They're hidden around the back. They're not up front. They could be, because they're not bad bait for luring cavalry forward into spears, but it should be alright. What have we got over there? Is that the general's bodyguard that decided it wants to peek out up front? I might be willing to just throw my chariots away, actually. Yeah, screw it. If their general's willing to throw himself up front for no reason, I'm willing to just throw my chariots away, seeing if we can just either get something on him or otherwise chase him off. That's absolutely fine. Chariots will do an excellent job just basically slashing him down a bit. He'll probably be willing to commit. Yes, he is. So chariots in there. That general is down to... Look at that. That general was at 49. He's now down to 30, 28, shaken, 25, shaken, 22, shaken. Chariots just tear apart generals. They're really good for just destroying generals. And he's broken. He's gone. He's absolutely gone. And now just basically throw the chariots straight over here. Weirdly, their cavalry just basically ran over here and then immediately got themselves murdered. There's Greek cav. These guys have managed to recover. Let's actually get these guys back over here because they've not gone berserk, yet. It looks like they've decided to send their Greek cav against my elephants. Nothing's flanking on this side apart from... Those are missile cav. Basically, just get the chariots over here into the back of these guys. The elephants will take a very light tap, but honestly, when the chariots hit these guys in the back, they'll immediately break. Pull the elephants back. Chariots can get around here and see off the militia cavalry as well. Pull back the elephants, and at this point, the hoplites are a bit screwed. The Greeks kind of played straight into our hands here. Look at this. This is going to be cavalry that's just, uh-oh. Claire, the chariots have gone berserk.
That's shocking. They've never done that before.
Shut up, Claire. You're not helping. Okay, I need to...
I wasn't trying to help, to be honest.
It's okay. But there's only 14 of them. Okay, so this has been a very good start to the battle. 23% of the enemy are dead, and it's pretty much entirely due to the scythe chariots. Scythe chariots, unfortunately, unlike elephants, don't come with a please kill me button when they start causing more trouble than they're worth. These guys are coming in, but they're frightened by the elephants. That is hoplite, already wavering. I'm just going to bring this cav round the outside. And I need to keep an eye on the chariots, which will hopefully naff off into the enemy, not into my own troops. And they're not coming this way yet, but I need to just pull the elephants way back. My Greek cav can now get around the back. These guys are already starting to fall apart. That's a militia cavalry. Chase that off. You guys come around here and prepare to slam to the back. Where are the cocking chariots? Those are... Wait, where are the chariots? Oh, they went off the battlefield. Good. That's really good news. They've left the battlefield, which means they don't get to attack me anymore. So this has actually worked pretty much perfectly. My cav is now just swinging through here. The other cav is taking a bit more of a knock from the militia cavalry. Let's just get you around here. You guys around here, stay away from these guys. They're already collapsing, but they've got a bit of a flanking motion going on here. You guys get round into here. Let's see if we can get a hit in on them. I'm pretty sure we just hit those guys. Start chasing off the rest of it. That's breaking apart already. Some of these guys are... okay, rather than trying to reposition, I'm just going to try and use my elephants and cav to just get around the back of them. Archers just pull into a more aggressive position over here. You're already off skirmish mode. That's absolutely fine. Where's the cav? There's some cav over here that's clearing out these guys. They're actually falling apart really quickly, so it's fine. Where are the other guys? They're trying to chase off these guys. Don't do that. Stay over here. Chase off this cav. These guys just need to be... Yeah, get around the back, get around the back, get around the back, get around the back. The elephants are skirting a little bit too close for comfort here. Around the hoplites, and the elephants need to get around over here. And kaboom. And kaboom. Those are armoured hoplites. I don't really want my elephants kind of tangling with them. What are you even doing, by the way? Are you guys... You're wavering? Yeah. No. Not into the front. Not into the front. Not into the front. Not into the front. Round the back. Actually, archers. Archers. Shoot them in the back. Focus all firepower on those there hoplites. And prepare for one final push. How are you doing, by the way? You're chasing off. What's that? Oh, that's the ballista. They never even got a chance to use that. And I think they've broken. Combination of concentrated fire off the archers. The elephants nearby. That's beautiful. Ballista's broken too. This has gone pretty much flawlessly. This has gone absolute... No, it has. It's generally gone lovely. That's not me.
What about your chariots, like, throwing themselves into that phalanx?
No, they didn't. They barely touched him. He's still got 215 health. It barely even touched my own guy. My chariot basically executed the enemy leader, then took out the remainder of their flanking cavalry, went berserk, and then just politely naffed off the field. And we never heard from them again. It was not a problem at all. In fact, now I think the enemy are withdrawing. I think whatever's left at this point has decided it doesn't want to do this anymore. So I might be able to potentially get a couple of snipes with my cav. But the battle's broadly over. So, Claire, back over to you while I just try and snipe off the remainder.
Well, at the minute, the chat is all in a tizzy about hashtag slapjohn.
Hashtag slapjohn? No.
Thomas says, Claire, could you please inform John that I'm here? Followed by a slap in the face for him throwing mad shade at me last week. Which the chat has taken to, give him a good slap in, etc., etc. So, yes, there's that. That's fun times, isn't it? Shout out to Amid, who gave us $20 US, and said, I'm heading into work, so I can't stay, but thanks for all the amazing content I've been watching since New Vegas Kill Everything.
Oh, that's a long time ago. Yeah, I can't rewatch New Vegas Kill Everything. It's too scruffy. It's too scruffy now. It's too different from what we do today. I can't bear to rewatch it. Fallout 3 Kill Everything, I think, holds up really well. New Vegas Kill Everything, I think, looks really scruffy. Which I struggle with a little bit.
Phil gave us €5 and said hello from a Gloucester expat living in Ireland, and wanted to know if either of us have ever been to Ireland.
I do not believe so. And to the side.
Well, now there's a hashtag don't slap John and a hashtag cuddle John as well.
Oh, so that's better. My own cav has given up rather than fighting because it's Greek cav, and Greek cav is worst cav. Yeah, Greek cav is the worst cav, never mind. The rest of them are going to get away. But in all fairness, we've done a huge amount of damage already. We've done a huge amount of damage for very few casualties. And the fact that we've got terrible cav right now is fine, because we have got ourselves the Cataphracts coming in soon, which will be marvellous. Just like 4 or 5 turns we can start training Cataphracts, which is really cool.
Yeah, and I've been to Galway when I was, like, I don't know, 13 or 14, like a organised holiday kind of a thing. So I don't remember much about it, except that it was very green and very pretty, basically.
It's very exotic. So what age were you then?
Like 14, I guess? 14, 15, something
I think that's
like
probably
that.
about the age when I took my first school trip to Italy, to Rome, for like ancient stuff. Not the first time I'd seen the ancient stuff, but one of the earlier times. And just the spears. The spears change length when hoplites leave the battlefield. It's kind of odd, but it's just a thing that happens there. It's just a thing. Still, this should be really favourable. This should be a very favourable result. Yeah, 168 kills to my 1,800. They've still got some strength, mainly in the form of... I think their general did get away. I think he fled, but he did get away. So he's probably withdrawn to... Ooh. Thrace is right there. Is Thrace planning to attack the Romans, or have... Hang on. The Romans are already at war with Thrace here. Yeah, for the moment at least I'm only at war with the Scipiones. The other Romans haven't had a chance to declare war on me yet. But they will. They will. No, they're not at war with Thrace yet. Wait, hang on, no. No, the Brutii have absolutely just declared war against Thrace. In fact, interestingly, it's the only guys they're actually at war with. Wait, hang on, what happened to Greece? The Romans were Hang the flip on. Oh, sorry, that was the Thracians' only enemy. Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, so the Brutii are at war with Thrace, and also at war with the Greek cities, and Numidia and Gaul. Not me yet, but they will automatically declare war against me next time. That is new. Yeah, so the Thracians have, by the looks of it, the Thracians attacked the Brutii. I attacked the Seleucids. The Brutii and the Scythians have broken their alliance due to some chain of other alliances. And the Britons have temporarily had a ceasefire with the Romans for the moment at least. Okay, that kind of works. Now, before anything else happens, can we update map information with the Julii? By any chance? No, they must decline. Fine. I was hoping we might be able to get one final update to map information before any of the rest of it. Because it's only a matter of time now until the Julii decide to march against that. And has the most advanced faction... I mean, there's Leptis Magna. There's nothing left for the Carthaginians, right? The Carthaginians, I haven't seen a have ceased to exist thing, but then they must not be there anymore. Hang on. Hang on. Yeah, they're gone. The game doesn't care enough to give them the flag of, oh no, they're dead. It's so sad. Yeah, because technically they weren't under siege when they were destroyed. It's actually a rebel town that spawned here. So the Scipiones do actually have to do that. I can keep my spy here. I did have an arm. I was training an army. There's an army right... sorry, it's over here. There was an army that was ready to move in to protect my brothers, the Carthaginians, but sadly that's kind of a bit late. They're already dead. So what I'm planning to do instead is I'm just going to see if I can just go and take Carthage. Because I might be able to, like, just go and get Carthage nice and quick, which would be kind of cool. So just go through here. You go through here. Yeah, 3 boats should be enough. This force is purely going to go and try and take Carthage because Carthage has elephants. So I can train elephants local to Rome. And also, there's also... What?
Sorry, shout out to Z Tiger who gave us $500.
What?
I know!
Wow!
That's the daily cap that you could donate on YouTube. Thank you!
Thank you for... Is he a regular? Is that new?
I think so, yes. I mean, I've definitely seen that before.
Well, blimey, is there at least a message?
Yes, there is.
Excellent.
Sorry, I'm just catching my breath. I say I absolutely love MAT, and Claire and John are my favourite content creators. I saw the recent tweet about a 6 out of 6 clean sweep of videos being demonetized. I hope this helps. Yes, it helps. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness.
That helps too much. That's very generous of you. Thank you very much indeed. Just to be clear, like, you know, if you choose to, like, give $1 occasionally, that's probably worth more than, like, many views is worth, because views are worth a fraction of a cent is what a view is worth of an ad. So, like, you know, even, you know, the people who are just putting in, like, the odd dollar on Patreon or the odd dollar here, you're more than, like, paying for yourselves already. So do not worry about that. And I've always said anyone on Patreon or anyone who's ever donated with Super Chat, like, ad block away for the rest of time with my blessing, as far as I'm concerned. Ad block away forever. But thank you, that's wow, okay. Wow, that's yeah.
Well,
I don't know what to say.
I'm speechless.
There's not no. John is not often speechless. John likes talking about himself in the third person, though.
Yeah,
John.
Hey, we had a super chat earlier from Martin who gave us €10 and said, hey guys, I love the Rome live streams, and a bit of a technical question with the YouTube shenanigans.
Ooh, yes.
How do we support you guys the best, super chat or Patreon, besides relentlessly plugging, of course, love from me?
Patreon is technically, I think they take a much lower cut than Google does.
Chat.
Yeah, Super Chat, Google takes a slightly larger cut of the money for themselves, because you're never going to be able to donate in a perfect way, because, like, you know, PayPal will ask for a cut at some point when they do something, whether it be currency conversion or bank transfer fees. Like, nothing's ever going to be perfect. So Patreon is pretty favourable. Patreon's pretty decent. Claire's making a face at me.
No, sorry. Nautilius, who's a regular in chat and one of the faithful Australians.
Though you could pronounce it as regular if you want, because then it kind of replies like regal and regular. Like, we shouldn't say they're regulars. We should say they're regulars.
That sounds weird.
Regulars.
That sounds super weird.
Anyway. Welcome to the regulars. Sit on your thrones.
Stop it. Okay, no, you're oh god. Anyway, Nautilius pointed out that this donation, this massive donation, was a lot of Jaffa cakes, which I thought was funny.
Calculate how many Jaffa cakes based on the price of 12 Jaffa cakes, and then multiply, and then 12 Jaffa cakes per pack of Jaffa cakes.
All right.
Calculate.
Jesus, this is gonna take a little.
Chocolate, it's not that. No.
Yes, because it's in dollars and stuff.
Just there's 3 stages to this calculation. Convert dollars to pounds, find value of Jaffa cake, multiply or divide by 12.
Yes, I'm just trying to, like, do my work at the same time.
Your work is to calculate Jaffa cake numbers, Claire.
Yeah,
that is your work now. Ah, marvellous. New army coming in here. I need to get the... Actually, I really need to get this place upgraded. As soon as this is done, like in a single turn, I can actually get upgraded technology here at Antioch. And actually, Antioch's elephant centre. So if I get the elite cavalry stables here, I can get the second tier of elephants going on, which is pretty darn cool. Let's just get more elephants in. I think we don't have enough elephants right now. I think everyone would agree we do not have enough elephants on the field right now. So, that big battle, where does that leave us? Corinth now has an army, but it's a badly damaged one. That's a Greek assassin. I need to be careful of him. Larissa's over here with an army. Turman's over here with an army. But the thing is, I can deal with those guys later, because right now they form a barrier between me and Rome. And actually, the Thracians. Wait, hang on. There was... yeah, people actually confirmed this for me in the comments. I think I saw this in the comments, the highlights video, later. Someone said to me... Actually, no, this wasn't in the comments. This was confirmed by the chat, wasn't it? The reason why we can't ever be friends with Thrace is because the state diplomatically they were in with the Macedonians when the Macedonians died, they're stuck with forever. So I'm forever allied with the dead Macedonians, and they're forever at war with the dead Macedonians. So I can never ally with the Thracians, even though it would make really good sense for me to ally with the Thracians right now. Because they're one side, and I'm the other side of the Romans, and we're both at war with Rome. Or at least we will be momentarily if we're not already. So that would be good, but sadly it's not going to happen. Right, let's get an armourer built up here.
By the way, the chat says they want you to never say regular again.
Never say regular?
Yeah.
What word do they not want me to say?
Regular.
Regular. I'm sorry, the rule is now it's pronounced regular.
Given the fact that we regularly purchased our...
Regularly.
Oh my god, I hate you. Oh my god, okay. Given the fact that we often, usually...
Often.
Oh my god.
Look, just tell me about the Jafar cakes, alright? Just tell me about the Jafar...
No, I don't want cakes that taste like Jafar.
Okay, Jafar biscuits. The Jaffa biscuits, Claire. Tell me about the Jaffa biscuits.
You're going too far, sir. Too far. This has been settled in court.
Excellent.
And the court was wrong, but whatever.
Oh, good. Carry on, Claire.
The answer is 355 packets of Jaffa cakes.
Okay, so multiply that by 12.
Oh, for the number of cakes themselves.
Yes, exactly. And the number of Jaffa cakes...
4,260.
So that's enough to keep us going for about 2 months, based on current consumption levels.
Yeah, something like that.
We eat quite a few Jaffa cakes. We're going for a bit of a Jaffa binge at the minute, I'll be honest. There's a bit of a Jaffa binge going on.
The thing is, where I normally buy the Jaffa cakes, they usually have an offer that's like 3 12 Jaffa cake packets for £3, right? So I buy 3, and then I get... they get home, and the same day that they get home, both me and John separately, like, eat a whole packet of Jaffa cakes, and then we wait politely for a couple days before we crack into the last one, and we split it halfway. So, yeah, it's just... Thankfully, we only buy them once a week, because otherwise it would be quite a lot.
That's true. That's all very true.
Mick in the chat says, get sponsored. I would love to be sponsored by Jaffa Cakes.
I'd love to be sponsored by M&S. I feel like M&S should sponsor me.
Yeah.
That is definitely a thing that should happen,
Tom,
really.
do you like M&S? I'm shocked.
I do like M&S, yes. Okay, now, So, things that are going to start happening. Ships, obviously, from Rome are going to start piling in, but they're all going to pile in from this direction. So I need to hold the southern tip of Greece around Sparta. If I can hold that navally, that will do some excellent work. What else do I have that I can throw around here? There's some Greek onagers just floating around, which I might be able to snipe. I mean, the Bruti are about to declare war on me anyway, so I may as well see if I can just sink these. And no, they've naffed off in this direction. That's okay. I've got more ships here. And they just beat me. But I think did they just sink anyway? I think they won, but they sank. It's an odd sort of victory. One of those very odd victories. The Greeks are also, they've still got plenty of bloody everything. And where's the Thracian? Where's that Thracian? There are the Thracians, okay. And I've got a force here, ready to go. This force needs to basically just start piling down here, ready to go. Right, we've taken those onagers out of the game, which is good. We've got a decent force at Sparta right here. That force needs to start heading north and potentially can knock down the gates of Turman. Because Turman has no... Yeah, it's a large town and it's got no stone walls. So the elephants can just headbutt their way inside. So that's much easier to deal with. Plus rams can just knock down the walls. So I can have loads of little entry points there. Admiral picks up a soothsayer. That's fine. We've attacked the Brutii. Faction announcements. Anything major? Not so much. Just a couple of little plus managements. No new kids coming in. That's the crucial bits. Okay.
Yes, I think some people who don't know that M&S is Marks and Spencer's, which is a supermarket here in the UK, are a bit confused that they think I said you like S&M after we were talking about
I was thinking M&S. Marxism and socialism?
M&Ms? It's just because,
M&Ms are good too. Not peanut M&Ms, just the normal ones. Peanut ones pretty bad. Pretty bad.
I freaking love peanut butter M&Ms.
No.
I mean, to be fair, I like peanut butter everything.
Yeah.
And John just doesn't like peanut butter. So
no, I'm not so keen on peanut butter.
But peanut butter and chocolate, though.
Just chocolate. Why would you ruin chocolate by putting peanut butter in it, Claire? Why are you ruining chocolate?
Because I am of the opinion that adding nuts to chocolate makes things just great.
Do you know that Claire actually single-handedly started the Nutella riots in France? That was Claire.
The food of my people, John.
That was Claire. That was. That was Claire. 100%. Right, I need to get most of this force out of Sparta. What I can do is, are you both? Yeah, you're both mercenary peltas. I can leave just an absolute bare minimum standing force here. We've got a 36-year-old who's pretty good, and we've got a 16-year-old who's not very good at all. Fine, we'll leave the 16-year-old with some mercenaries, and everyone else should basically get out of there. And the reason for that is because look at all of the mercs we can buy. Nice. That is so worth it every time. And this force should just get around here. I need this fleet to ship this force past the control zone, which means you can get straight over to here. I think there's still just one mercenary peltast available. That's fine. Someone else can buy him. You're here. This is a decent-sized army. So this army can basically push over to here, and they're willing to fight. This is interesting. Actually, it's probably because, yeah, they're armoured hoplites, and they've got some ballista. I've got enough cav to basically snipe off the ballista, and after that, they've got no indirect fire. Yeah, this will be an interesting little one. Handled tactically and safely, this should be quite manageable. Like, that should be doable. Right, over to Claire while I draw up.
Sorry, the chat is quite amused by our conversation about nuts and stuff. Anyway, Thomas says the French do love revolting and rioting. Yes, we do. I mean, I feel like that's a bit rich from a dude who started communism, but whatever. Shout out to Dynam's Mouse, who gave us $1, and also shout out to Bad Gamers, who gave us £2 and said hi. I did ask Dyname's Mouse if he wanted to make a comment, but apparently just wanted to pay his respects to your dead chariots, but made a mistake. And
No,
gave
they
us
did.
$1
They did.
instead.
That is
They did
exactly
that
what their
job.
jobs. That's what their job is.
To die. Anyway.
Their job is to be thrown in where is convenient and then to, like, die afterwards. Yes, that is literally their job. They did it perfectly. You throw them in, you forget about them, and if you're very lucky, they don't go berserk and murder you afterwards. And that's exactly what happened. It was flawless.
Yeah, let's put it that way, boss. Shout out to David, who gave us $7.01 US and an update on currency.
Oh, the currency update, yeah.
Currency update. After a brief rally, the dollar returns to downward trends. I'm not worried, as the Dow Jones is returning to an upward trend. Not a coincidence. Jaffa cakes cost $1 near me.
Excellent.
So there you go. There's also Jaffa Cake update, which is very, very important.
I also like the Dow Jones. It's like the Dow Jones, but it's also like a karate place at the same time. It's like mixed martial arts stock trading.
I've only, I
stock
realize
traders just beating the shit out of each other with mixed martial arts.
I realise now that I've mostly heard about the Dow Jones. Like, I've heard about the Dow Jones for a really long time on French news when
Everybody
I was a kid.
kung fu fighting.
As Le Dow Jones, blah, 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 blah.
Except when they were trading.
Yeah, but like, I don't really discuss the Dow Jones.
The market was a little bit bullish. The whole thing was quite confusing.
Anyway,
Minute man.
I was waiting until you were done with that one thing to bring up the minute men. Every time I remember it and I want to bring it up to amuse John, he's just remembered it already.
Yeah.
And he's telling it to himself. Anyway.
Minute men is the best thing.
Oh. Anyway, shout out to Johnny, who gave us $4 and said it's the perfect timing with my pizza delivery. So I'm very jealous. That sounds good. Yeah.
What have we got for dinner?
Indian food.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Shout out to Hopeford, who gave us $5 Canadian.
Best dollars.
And said Julianus Vatinius is a poser. Long live Carl, the big damn hero. So there you go. That's
controversial statements here. Controversial.
Yeah. Controversial statement. Yeah, the chat is not impressed with you that you're like still laughing about the minute men. Jay says only John can make John laugh like that. That's true. Mr. F says I'm just imagining the look Claire is now giving John. Yep.
Okay, and let's just quickly move these cav around the back. We've just snuck around the side. And that means we should be able to snipe off, hopefully, the ballista. Because these troops will be too slow. We've got the upper advantage. Greek cavalry may be terrible, but with the advantage of a hill, just smash into these guys. That wasn't really much of a smash, to be honest. But let's just pull them back, pull them back, pull them back. Blimey, Greek cavalry are terrible. Come on. Let's go for this. Are you chasing me? Have you abandoned the ballista? If you want to abandon the ballista, that's fine. I'm just willing to get, basically from uphill down charge bonuses against you. That's absolutely flipping fine. Right, now just pull back again. They are eager and steady. And the ballistas have been taken out of the game pretty much at this point. They're steady and warmed up. Are you actually trying to follow me? Oh, is there a general in there? Hang on, where's their general? I can't remember which one their general is. There's another one. There's the 37. So now we get a good charge at the 37. Once again, downhill, send them flying, and now they're surrounded. Down to, broken, nice. So finish them off.
Oh my goodness.
And Claire's making more noises.
Yeah, shout out to Vipath, I hope I'm saying your name right, who gave us 1,000 rupees and says, since you're having Indian food, here's some best rupees to go along with that. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you very, very much indeed. I don't actually know how much 1,000 rupees is.
Well, it's in pink, so it would on the chat, so it would suggest it's about £50.
Ah, thank you very, very much indeed. I thought there was the first thing we were about to say $1,000. They bloody hell!
No,
Someone's broken the system.
Well,
Someone's broken the system.
The
No, I forgot. You of course have access to the color system. I can't see, which makes
the
it.
Google says that it's about £10 and not 50, but clearly YouTube is confused. I think sometimes YouTube like.
Is it maybe? Are there more? Is there maybe
super
more than
big
one
number.
rupee in the world? Could it be a different country's rupee?
No, it popped
that's-
up Indian rupees. Yeah, maybe, I
Interesting.
don't know.
Interesting. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's weird. You think the color system would be a good way of knowing?
Yeah, but maybe there's more fluctuation. I don't know because there's more. I have no idea.
Well, I don't know.
mean,
Just
it
give a quick call. Let's just quickly call up the Dow Jones. Hello. What's the current state of the rupee? No, it's fine. I'll call back after you finish with your exhibition match. Assuming you're not concussed. Oh, I'm so sorry your nose got broken. Can you put me over to the minute men while I'm calling you? Oh, Claire's so fucking dumb. Claire's just done. Claire's done with this.
I mean, you know, I like you, but sometimes you're a bit exhausting. Oh dear. Okay. Oh man.
The Dow Jones is this week's minute man. Oh, beautiful.
Okay.
Are they actually advancing? I think they are advancing. Okay, well that's absolutely fine. If they want to advance, I've got elephants and cavalry floating around. Let's just get the elephants off to the side.
John, stop.
John, stop. John never
Hashtag
stops.
slap John.
John
R.I.P.
never
Claire.
stops. John never stops. As Claire is
What
well
in
aware.
the world is John on? Says the tiger. Yes, John. Tell the nice person who gave us all the money in the world what you are on.
I'm on life. I'm high on life, damn it. I'm high on life and dead Greeks. Look at that. Look
You're
at that.
on tea.
Oh dear. I've actually, you know what? This is I've basically largely cut tea out of my diet.
Yeah, but you've had a cup of tea this morning.
I had a cup of, I drink 1 cup of tea a day because I was drinking lots of tea and I take sugar in my tea. So, like, I figured out, like, you know what? That's a lot of sugar. So I cut myself down. I allow myself 1 cup of tea in the morning, and that's your lot. That's all the tea I drink.
I had the same problem with coffee, but I just started to take my coffee without sugar because, like, I can't not have coffee. Hashtag Claire's so fucking done. John swearing is a thing of beauty. There you go.
Alright, so the forces pulled back after their little push forward. Let's just push forward a tiny bit more. See if I can just make the same thing happen again. Let's just get everyone running, and they might decide to push forward again, in which case hopefully the same thing will happen again. They'll push forward, but then give up because there's just too much firepower on them. And is it going to be?
Arthur says that Life is a brand name of a pharmaceutical company in Canada, so it sounds like you're high on Life brand pharmaceuticals.
That's possible too. Good old. If it's Canadian, it's probably good stuff.
Sure thing. Yeah, I went to the Crystal Maze experience yesterday with some friends.
Yeah.
For a friend's birthday, and they don't let you in if you've had a drink or if you've taken anything because obviously they don't want to be liable. But they give you like 3 different little speeches about it to give you plenty of time to fess up if you've had a drink or whatever. And one of them included the guy going, if we suspect that you're high on anything but the excitement of the maze, we'll ask you to leave and whatever. And in my head I could just see, like, if we ever go back and we take you, that you would definitely be high on the excitement of the maze.
Obviously, I wasn't allowed to go to the Crystal Maze experience. Claire didn't invite me.
Okay, I didn't make the invite, so it was someone else's birthday.
Uh-huh.
I feel like it's very mean of you to present it in that way when I actually like went out of my way to try and organize like a second group, but
That's
it was already
true.
all sold out.
That's true. Claire was very
just
kind.
so you could go.
Yes. That is very true. I just misrepresent Claire all the time
I
for
bought
fun.
you a crystal.
That's
maze.
true. Claire bought me a crystal. Claire did bring me a crystal.
So there you go. And
Yes.
I also won one of the crystals, by the way.
She also lost one.
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there. A lot of people lose games at Crystal Maze.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Oh dear. And in come the arrows. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. They've got to give it up sooner or later. You know, tell the people about your games. About the games you had to do.
Yeah, so I did like mental games, right? Because my friend who was the team captain was like, well, she's probably going to be terrible at the skills games because they're all like, you can't really be like super clumsy for the skills game. I'm super clumsy.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, the physical games, like we had more people on our team that were like more fit than me that went and did those. But I had to do one that my friend was going to do, but it was kind of like a scary room with like bloodstains and stuff, and she wasn't really into that.
She's super squeamish.
So it was like a mystery game. Like, this is my best friend who's like sometimes afraid of episodes of Doctor Who, right?
Yeah.
So it was like a scientist lab, and there was a bloody handprint on the floor, and there's some clues that you use to like figure out the combination to a lock that opened like a little cupboard that had more clues, and then from that you went into a little drawer that had a periodic table, and you had to find other clues. I didn't get that one because we ran out of time and I had to get out, because obviously if you don't get out in time you get locked in and then you have to trade a crystal. So that we were trying to avoid that. There was a lot of shouting, get out, get out, get out!
That's kind of part of the fun of it. You've got to yell, get out, get out, get out. That's kind of part of the thing. Speaking of which, get out of the hoplites, you stupid peltass bastards.
And then the second one was like, oh yeah, I said I wanted to do a mental game, right? And the guy who was doing the maze for us, the guy who was running us through the maze, the mazer, he was really fun, but he was like, oh, how's your spelling? And so I'm like, I'm great at spelling, I'm good at English, whatever. And after I said that, he was like, oh great, let's do a math game. And like shoved me in a room that was like the
Which you then cheated at.
I did not cheat.
You cheated.
I won a crystal. I did not cheat.
You cheated.
I strategized.
You cheated. You brute forced it. You're not allowed to brute force the crystal maze. Ed Judapol wouldn't have put up with this shit.
Well, the game was like, you had 6 different colored wheels that all had like numbers 1 to 6 on them, and on the wall there was some math problems in those colors, and so you had to figure out the solution to the math problem, which would be between 1 and 6, and then you had to rotate each little wheel of each color so it matched the right number. But we had 1 left, and we had 10 seconds left, and I was like, whilst someone else was calculating it, I tried every number until, like, at the same time as my friend was shouting, it's 5, it's 5, I got on 5, and then the thing opened and I got the crystal and got out with like 4 seconds to go.
I still say it's not fair that you just tried every possible combination at all.
I didn't try 6.
That's because you didn't get to 6.
Yeah, so.
Claire
Anyway.
cheated at the crystal maze, basically, is what we're saying here.
Well, at the experience they let like 4 teams go at the same time, so, one in each of the zones of Crystal Maze. So at the end you get to do the Crystal Dome with those 3 other teams, right? And we did all right in the dome.
No, you didn't. You did terribly.
Yeah, so we got 4th in the dome. The way they put it, they were like the 4th winners, and we're like, yeah,
the
thanks,
4th
you don't
winners.
need to put it that way, like we know we lost. But then one group got disqualified for picking up gold papers off the floor, whatever it is, like notes.
Yeah.
Whatever you call it, there's a little piece of paper you have to collect in the dome. those horses.
Yeah.
Joke.
Those horses are getting in there, and they did the job. They did exactly the job I wanted them to do. It's exactly what I wanted of them. Let's get what's left here. Who's actually got some ammo left? It's you two. Nice. At this point, we should be able to broadly
She didn't
sling.
cheat. She played it smart. I'd love to see a John and Claire escape room stream. Well, I've never done an escape room. I'd like to do one.
Yeah, I assume I'd be good at it.
You assume you'd be good at a lot of things, though, John.
Yeah, that's I normally am. That's in all fairness. Like video games, which I'm notoriously good at.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
people in the chat are saying, "Oh, that would be fun." What with John's perception?
My notoriously high perception. Yes, absolutely.
Sure. Anyway. Shout out to Trekkie who gave us £5 and said, "Hello Claire and John, I just got back from a school trip to San Francisco, so I thought I might give you a bit of money while I practice guitar and bass." Thank you very much. I think I had 8, gave us $20 and said, "Have you looked at Sir, You Are Being Hunted? It's a light survival horror with steampunk robots, and it's so British it tracks tea consumption."
I did play it very briefly. It didn't really catch me, to be honest.
Also, given how much you like pirate ship stuff, you should revisit Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
I think for parody stuff that's coming up soon, obviously I'm waiting for the actual launch of Sea of Thieves, which I'm very looking forward to. I think will be very good. So we shall have to see about that. I'm just going to bring in a few phalanxes here. Nothing major, but actually I'll bring in the other actual phalanx, the actual pikemen, rather than bringing in the mercenaries, because the mercenaries will be hard to replace, whereas these guys I should be able to lay around here pretty easily. And then let's also just bring in you around here, and then we'll just slowly start encircling these bastards. And what do you do? Aha! Okay, hang on.
Julian in the chat says, "Your perception is so high it breaks the game," and reads that as -12.
Exactly. I'm like the Gandhi of perception. It's perfect.
Alright, I did not expect you to go there, but that's fine.
You know that's a Civ joke, right?
Oh, okay, well that makes me feel better.
Civilization has I think it's just like an old overflow bug where Gandhi was supposed to be the most pacifist, but unfortunately due to an error introduced later in the game, he got more aggressive, so he became an insane, unstoppable nuke machine.
I do remember about that. I thought you meant just the way that, you know, sometimes the AI generals in Total War are like so terrible it stops tracking minuses and it goes into the positive.
Yeah, I think that's how authority bugs out in Medieval 2, actually. I'm pretty sure that's how authority bugs out in Medieval 2. Right, now I'm just going to basically send all of these inferior units directly into the side or rear of these hoplites. If you guys would stop like wibbling your spears and just going into stabbing for a bit, that'd be marvellous. I think this is the general on this side, so we'll be able to just basically stab. Yeah, there's the general right there. So if we can just take the general down, he'll get up a couple more times. He's got some bonus hit points, so he'll go down pretty quickly. And then these guys can basically just be there, and these guys can basically just stand and fight. They don't need to push in. And now we're just pushing in, which we really shouldn't do. Hilariously, we're probably going to lose this fight. I'm going to bring the elephants up as well, and screw it, you guys get around the back, just to basically get around the back here. These guys are still eager, but they're dropping pretty fast for armoured hoplites, so the stabbing is going pretty well. Their general refuses to die. He's just there right now. You guys should just basically just stand and get your spears down. Stand and get your spears down and just stab them a bit. We're in a good enough position that this is doing some good stuff. So just get in there. Get over here, you get into here. Yeah, they're just being stabbed from all sides by the pikes at this point. This is, especially in this corner, this is working pretty nicely. They'll go down pretty fast at this point. And if I just, you know, now I've got elephants nearby as well. The elephants will add, yeah, concerned over exposed flanks. Probably concerned over elephants nearby too. Bring the elephants up, close the net, shaken. They'll break as soon as they get hit in the back, and that'll be the end of this. This has been done nice and carefully. Pretty happy with this. This is... Oh, you're Rhodian cocking slingers. Okay. Send in the elephants, Dad. Send in the elephants. Deploy the elephants. Just destroy your own phalanxes. Go, 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 go. Screw you. Yay, I think it worked. Yes, it worked. Good. And their general finally dies too. Deploying the elephants totally 100% worked. Wait, where's the rest of their army? Why haven't I won? Where's the... Oh, it's because they're all dead. That's fine then. Okay, good. Everyone's dead. Everything's fine. Nice little kind of careful fight there. They had the armoured hoplites, so I lost a little bit. Probably just mainly cav and a handful of stuff at the end there. But for the most part, pretty well done clearing those bastards out, because that's one of the bigger armies they had. That opens the door to... Yeah, Turman, actually. That does open the door to Turman. Let's just bring a force around here. That's a Seleucid spy. Let's bring him over here just to keep an eye on Apollonia. Yeah, this will be fine. Get you over here. Just keep an eye on this little bit of the map. And that's pretty good. Yeah, now I've got good visibility all the way up to Salona, which is nice. You can't... Actually, you might just be able to make it there this turn, which would be good. So just get you to here and put them under siege. Maintain the siege. Bring the troops up. Turman is now looking very vulnerable. What else do we have available in terms of mercenaries? One new unit of mercenary peltasts. Let's have a think here. Is this worth taking immediately just by pushing him with the elephant? 1,200 men. They've got archers, which is a little bit on the concerning side. No, as they've got archers, I'm going to actually hold off, and I'm actually going to build some actual siege equipment here. So I'm just going to build 4 rams, and we'll push in next turn. No need to rush for no reason. Larissa can wait. Graias can just be there. We've got big forces floating around here. Sparta lower the tax rate a little bit so they stay calm. May as well be trading stuff here pretty much all the time, in fact. Didn't I have some bonus? Yeah, I have chariots just chilling out here. Boats going back in this direction. Antioch trading new stuff. Plenty of new troops, including with experienced one coming in from Sidon. Jerusalem needs just another 2 turns for it to actually be done with its Pantheon, which will chill them out a little bit. Yeah, that there works pretty nicely. Let's just get over here, keep an eye on all of this. You guys keep moving over here. This force, don't forget this force is supposed to be going in this sort of a direction. Lovely. I can just head over there. Yeah. That will probably do for now. Right, I just need to figure out where to spend my money. Claire, back over to you while I do that.
Yeah, shout out to Urban Cohort, who gave us $12 and said it's high noon where I am, and it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Drink. I mean, it's about 5. Well, it's 6 now, but you know, it's still almost 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Shout out to Philip, who gave us 50 Danish kroner. And wanted to know if you've ever considered My Life at Portia as a live stream.
I did actually. Shortly after I did it, I considered doing like one where I wanted to like build up like the fighty stuff and like try and take out that bastard snail. Take out the stupid bastard snail boss. So I did consider it, but I'm kind of more tempted. I think next week, I think there's now a better than average chance Civ 6 might be coming back.
Yeah.
I kind of want Civ 6 to come back and do just a couple of mega streams of Civ 6, because I kind of enjoyed that start. We got a really fun start there.
And we still gotta make a city named Tabardine.
And we've gotta destroy Korea. That's thank you very much there, lovely. I don't know if you heard that bleep. I think the thing didn't come up, but that was just Windows Defenders.
Oh.
I think they possibly heard the but they didn't see the thing.
I didn't hear it because I don't have sound from that. So.
Did you say because I don't have pants?
No, I said because I don't have sound from there.
Yeah, but I swear you almost said I don't have pants there the first time.
I mean, okay, John, with the wishful thinking, I'm clearly wearing pants.
Well, you're wearing American pants, yes.
Yeah, well, I'm wearing pants and also pants.
Excellent. Okay, thank you for confirming there. It's very unprofessional, quite frankly. I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to myself about you.
I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to you about yourself and how you ask me in public in front of how many people? In front of 1,500 people if I just told you I was wearing pants.
I didn't ask you to clarify. I just said if that's what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dear. Oh, Claire. Dear, oh, dear. Dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Right, we're still training stuff around there. Got 7,000 still in the kitty. We still training stuff here? Oh, yeah, we should just train stuff. Oh, yeah, we're training all the stuff here. Right. You two guys get round over here. That's fine. You guys are already being retrained
People are
here.
saying they check their laptops to stop the update.
Yeah, sorry. I can't see. I can't find the bloody setting to make that never make its noise because that was just Windows Defender doing it. So we haven't found anything wrong. It's cool. But you didn't see it because the capture program's only capturing this window, not the monitor or the screen. It's just picking up the actual Rome window. In fact, actually, I should not have more elephants here. I've already got one set of elephants. I should have more archers. Archers are the priority at the minute.
Ooh, interesting question regarding English language.
Yes.
Mishra wanted to know, to clarify, is bastard a swear word? Do we consider that a swear word?
It's a very mild one, but yes, I'd say almost certainly that would be considered a swear word, yes. Just a very, very mild one indeed.
Yeah, and there's some people that are confused about pants.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so Roderick says, we already had John saying you had pants on at the start of the stream while mentioning your MATN shirt. Yeah, so in the UK, pants means underwear.
Yes.
And any other form of, like, you know, thing you wear on your legs or whatever, jeans, or that's trousers.
Yeah.
Right? So obviously in America, pants is like whatever you have on your legs, but in the UK it just means underwear.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Though kind of interestingly, like I very often just accidentally speak like American English because there's so many American viewers. I just go into American English. Like I will typically spell like armor without a U when I'm writing it in descriptions. I will spell armor without a U. Just because that's the American way of doing it. So I haven't got that far. I haven't become so degenerate I spell colour without a U yet. But who knows? Who knows what years more of this job will do to me.
Interesting. Vibav says in India, bastard is bleeped on TV, so that counts as a swear definitely there.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a lot of people clarifying about the AP3X says I deleted the sound file for that. For the
that's
find
interesting.
The right sound file and
that's interesting. If you delete the right sound file, that's kind of fun.
You have to make sure that you got the right file.
Yeah.
But
it's I think it's like the folder that's called like System32 or something. You just delete that and it's fine.
Don't make jokes, John. Don't make jokes like that because I'll be worried about it.
Okay. Well, I can't see much else to spend this money on, so let's just move the turn on and see what happens next. Because at this point, the Romans are possibly going to go nuts. Because it's possible they'll decide, screw that Greek war, we'll just invade you immediately and directly. Actually, no, they're heading north, reinforcing Bylazora against the threat of the Thracians. Parthia coming in, hopefully offering peace. I'd be up for just peace with them, quite frankly. Nothing major. A 60-year-old betrothed? No, because you're a drill master, and that's terrible. City expands.
Also 60.
Mm-hmm. And we've got that. Cancel crop rotation. We'll just get that in as soon as possible. That'll be better. And that's probably another one.
That's interesting. Vibav says on Indian TV they bleep bastard but not shit.
Yeah. Fascinating.
I would have thought that was worse.
Mm-hmm. So let's just confirm. Right, so the Romans have now, en masse declared war against me and Thrace. The Scythian alliance with the Romans fallen apart. More ceasefires with Britain and the Romans, suggesting that ceasefire is not doing very well because it keeps breaking. Oh, we got 2 new kids coming in. Right, so we got Alois. Alois, who is indifferent builder, +1 to squalor, and untruthful, +1 to influence, but that's going to get bad as it also is in Antioch. Aged retainer. Okay, not great. And the other kid is Argeos. Argeos, who's in Palmyra, who is sober, decent, but if it gets to teetotal, it's bad. Calm, that's generally a good one, but again, can get bad. Trusty, +2 to law, indifferent builder. Judgmental and frugal. And he has another age retainer. Could be. This guy. Oh, this guy's pretty old. I'm going to pass over all of the good stuff to the kid. Including, the priests. The drill master's really good. Inventor's pretty good. Quartermaster's pretty good. I'm just going to pass all this over. This is actually all really good stuff. So I'm glad we've got Neoptolemus of Cydiria. We've managed to get his retinue off him onto a kid before the kid dies. And thanks to that, the kid is up to 4 management, 1 influence. We'll ship him over... Yeah, we'll ship him over west at some point. Get rid of all of that. And that is good. Right, okay. That's looking pretty decent here. So we're probably ready to begin an assault here. Corinth needs to be... Do I just want to wait out? I might just wait Corinth until I've actually got the onagers, because the onagers are coming in... Yeah, that's just 2 turns till the onagers. That's not even that bad. Now, where are the Roman fleets? No sign of them just yet. That's a Greek navy, but then the Greeks will be taking each other out too. If I just move this guy to about here, I've actually got sight of Tarentum. First time we've ever actually had sight of an Italian city on the Italian mainland. Very, very good indeed. Apollonia is looking a bit vulnerable. These guys are heading north. Interesting. I guess they just want to chase off the Thracians. I've already got this spy here. I might actually just send this guy a bit further north just to get a bit more of a view of this. And that's a good position for him. Aside from the fact you're in a... That's not my spy. This spy, however, is mine. So maybe I should just move this guy right over here. Have a little look. See, yeah, that's better. I've lost a bit of visibility around Thrace. Okay. If only... There's no way to get myself... I just wish I could get myself allied with the Thracians. Because if I could just generally swing across there and I could help out against the Romans. It'd be really awesome. But there's just no way to do it based on what I've been told. And that does make sense based on what I've seen in the past. Which is a real shame. Okay, in that case, let's move into Turman and see what we can do there. This force is a little bit unconventional, but it's got the firepower to just push its way through, I think. So let's just see what we can do in Turman. Yeah, this should be fine. What do you have? Literally good commander, age 26, nothing major. Your army is 4 good quality, actual, yeah, hoplites, handful of peltas, 2 really squishy cavalry, 1 group of archers, but we can nail them with my Cretan archers. Yeah, that we can take care of. I think that should be... Not exactly simple. There is a... I mean, we'll win. It's just a question of whether we can do it without major casualties. I'd like to push through here and just basically set up a blockade here and just say this blocks up one of the ways the Rome could be approaching us. So that kind of works for me. Right, while I draw this up, Claire, to you.
Yeah, shout out to Send Me a Badger who sent us $5 and said, what I've learned lately. 1. Become John's friend. 2. Be killed by his enemies. 3. Have your corpse abused by John at your own funeral.
That is broadly how Skyrim goes on occasion, yes. Yes,
I was trying to remember if it was Skyrim or something else. And the fact that it could possibly have been something else tells you a lot about John. Anyway, shout out to Try Matthews who gave us $5 and said this $5 is for the Seleucid Chariots Drivers Anger Management Fund. P.S. My Jaffa cakes have arrived. So, presumably, since they've arrived, you've eaten all of them already.
That logically would make sense, yes.
Mr. Ghost5 gave us $5 and wanted to know what happened to General Dan and General John in Medieval 2.
Ooh, I think they're just chilling out in Europe together. I'm pretty sure they're just chilling out in Europe together. Yeah. I don't think they ever did anything desperately dramatic, if I remember correctly.
Shout out to Coolman Fight who gave us 50 Danish kroner and said, hello John, I got mini pizza today for dinner. Ooh. And those $500 can get a lot of mini pizza.
Ooh, mini pizza.
That's a good idea, although we tend to have more like giant pizzas.
Yeah. When you make pizza, you make big pizza, it's good pizza.
Because I like the crust very thin, so I stretch it out a lot.
Yeah.
Shout out to Freya who gave us £5 and said, hello, I need some Latin help for a Stellaris race I want to make.
Uh-oh, yep, go on.
If you know, John, how would I say division of the X goddess where X is the species name?
Division of the...
goddess, but where there's a qualifier for the goddess that is the species name.
You'd need to basically do it as like a double... Like as a double genitive, so you need to like of the goddess of the people, and it's just is religious. I think you just use genitive there. I don't think there's special rules for the goddess as pertains. whether you'd use a special case for that. And just, you know, they've just brought some cavalry outside. So I'm just quickly bringing my own cavalry up to counter their militia cav. Because they're kind of squishing my guys a bit. Boom! Those guys are warmed up, but they're going to go down pretty fast. And now in comes my own general. I'm sending my own heavy cav forward, which will do some good stuff. It's just a great big hug. It's just a great big cavalry hug right here. And those guys break immediately. Good. Don't pursue inside, though. No, don't. Don't go inside after them. Don't go inside after them. That's not what we want. Back out here, back out. Just actually let them come forward. Let them come forward into archer range. At this point, yeah, they're just basically walking forward into archer range. So hang on, so what was the full expression?
Division of the goddess.
Division. What would be the best way of rendering division? Because you're talking a goddess just in the form of just like so you could just like have that in the form of just like like dei, and then of, and then it also depends on what gender you want to render the people as.
What, the division of people? Presumably both, right?
Like, you know, everything has to be gendered in Latin. You need to, like, the name of the people needs to be gendered. It needs to be given
would there
a
be
gender.
Like a plural to like a div? Because if
well, like in most languages, you can just like use the idea of a people as a singular.
But I mean, like, if you're saying it's the division of the human goddess, for instance, division then is a large group of people, including presumably.
Oh, you mean division as in a military division, not division as in dividing things. The process by which something is divided.
I assumed so because I was thinking, what, you know, basically, what's Freya gonna need it for in her game, right? And I assumed that what she would need it for was, I don't know, put it, like naming something military.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I got confused there because I hadn't considered the dividing thing.
Yeah. And then you're being attacked here, but that's absolutely fine. You just get your spears down and guard yourself. We're doing a lot of bad damage. Yeah, their armoured hoplites taking a lot of damage before this has even begun. I'm going to have these guys walk in at this point, because screw it. I've got enough actual guys that I can just basically have someone walk in to act as drawing attention. These guys are being chased off very quickly. Let's just have these guys right here. And just going to basically have them hold still. Hold still in the actual gateway and see if we can just basically draw some attention, which it looks like that's exactly what's about to happen. These horses are trying to come in, and obviously we've decided to turn away at this point, but these guys are just being absolutely destroyed, and the fact the armoured hoplites are going down so fast is a marvellous bit of good news as well. What's even left at this point? There's some archers coming up. Well, that kind of works for me. Deploy my horses against these archers. I don't know where they're planning to go, but if they're planning to just stand here, that's absolutely fine. My horses probably won't even win this one, but it'll do enough good. Actually, if something's breaking nearby, and if they're seeing friends routing, and if they're being shot, can we actually get... Yeah, we can get an immediate break. Good, that's a free break on their archers, which, in all fairness, wasn't really a threat, but it was going to be an annoyance. So let's just quickly send my own horses over there. We have got some hoplites trying to push... Oh, no! Oh, no. Oh, you don't want to do that, you stupid bastards. They are just being shot in the side a lot. And they're outside of their phalanx. They're trying to get back into phalanx at this point. That's working just lovely. In comes some peltasts. My horses are just doing beautiful work. The archers are down to 5, so they're pretty much screwed. There's some peltasts here. Those guys broke. Which should be suspected. They were levy pikemen, but just the casualties they've done to those hoplites make it all worthwhile. It was worth doing. It's lured them forward, and now as a result, the city is close to unguarded. My archers are almost out of arrows, admittedly, and there's still 1 unit of hoplites, but not armoured. So it's not really the worst thing in the world. There's some militia cavalry there as well. Where are those peltasts? Peltasts are down to 12. Hoplites at 41, just being destroyed. I'm pretty sure I've still got plenty of slingers going on here, which is absolutely magnificent. Let's just get some slingers over here, if you'd be so kind. Get them off skirmish mode. You just basically go over to one side as well. Let's also get more of them moving up over here. Again, we can just have them on... No, move over here. Move over here where I just told you to move, please. Thank you very much indeed. And now these guys can basically just stand here and pelt. Lovely. Light bit of damage being done, but nothing too major. Claire, you just made a noise.
Shout out to Dane in comments who said it's bloody 7:30 in the morning in New Zealand.
Ouch. Yeah, we don't give enough love to the New Zealanders who also have it bad, except possibly they're even worse. We do not give them enough love, clearly.
What, because the hours are
Yeah,
worse
the hours
in
are even
Australia?
worse, yeah.
Yeah. And shout out also for a good username there, Dane Ironhill.
Dane Ironhill?
Yeah.
Well, it might be their real name. That'd be an amazing name.
Facepalm. It's not their real name, John.
Could be their real name, Claire. How do you know? I'm sorry.
Because it's a reference to The Hobbit.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
but I don't know. They come from the Shire, so maybe.
Yeah, maybe it is Claire. Maybe you're being very judgmental right now, Claire.
Well, if they had come to the defense of Erebor when we first called them, I wouldn't be so judgmental, alright?
Shh.
Just saying.
I'm guessing that's another reference to The Hobbit.
Yes.
Shh.
How did you guess?
Right, I'm pretty sure all my Cretans are out of arrows at this point, so all of you guys can just back off, trying to bring up some actual troops here. Of which we have surprisingly few, but at this point these guys have been so badly weakened, it should hopefully be alright. So let's just bring these guys out. We've still got the Rhodian Slingers. We got the Rhodian Slingers around here, just pelting at those hoplites, so we'll be okay.
Nautilius says, the New Zealanders are more reasonable than the Australians because the stream starts at 6, so at least, they can, get up early as opposed to staying up half the night.
That's true. That's an interesting counterpoint here in this, this New Zealand-Australia war I'm trying to foment as best I can. Okay, now at this point, this is a good angle. Right, fire at will, right into the side of this here hoplite, and... Yeah, as I suspected, they break
Sir
immediately.
Roderick Quincy Fons Thunderbottom, the magnificent hiking of Australia. Didn't you know, Claire, everyone on the internet uses their real name? So obviously it has to be their real name.
That strikes me as eminently reasonable. I see no reason why that wouldn't be true.
People in chat want to know how come you don't know about The Hobbit and whether you've not read The Hobbit.
I would like if you'd said Erebor to me, I said that's something from Lord of the Rings, isn't it? But I wouldn't be able to tell you what. That's something vaguely Lord of the Ringsy. That seems Lord of the Ringsy to me.
Yeah,
I think
it's the mountain, John. You know the mountain where the
yeah, where they need to throw the ring in order to so it comes back from whence it came.
He's just being
from whence it came, Claire. From whence it came.
Okay, you cannot both.
From whence?
No.
From whence? From whence? From whence, Claire?
I won't give you flapjacks.
That would be very mean of you.
Yeah, well, you keep saying from whence.
From whence it came. Yeah, exactly. From whither it came, Claire.
No.
That's even worse.
Stop it.
Okay, what have we got? We've got some heavy cav that needs to be eliminated, and we got one more unit over here. Not too bad. We should just be able to push up with a handful of skirmishers. Shouldn't be too bad at all at this point. So I'll just start bringing up my troops with some backup. Let's speed this up a little bit here. Claire, over to you while I'm just doing that.
Sorry, the chat is upset at from whence it came. Anyway, Dionysus though is on your side and says, "Geez, Claire, there is a Geneva Convention." So there you go.
Damn straight.
Shout out to Mr. Face Rock who gave us £2 and said, "I heard if you eat enough fibre, you'll be regular." Which, yeah, was a joke. Shout out to Elias who gave us 50 Swedish krona and said, let's not forget Tucson and Arkansas in the correct pronunciation game.
Good old Tucson.
Yeah, the next bit of the question was, John, if you could please educate us.
Yeah, Tucson and Arkansas.
Yes.
Look, I'm not having this inconsistency. You got to make a choice, America. Either it's Arkansas and Kunsaw, or it's Kansas and Arkansas. Alright? You can't have it both ways. Pick. There we go.
Yeah. Because, like, British English is never inconsistent.
Hey, as someone who has spent time in the past in Luga Baruga, it is entirely consistent.
I mean, I don't know if you've made that up or not. But
Oh, it's a theoretical pronunciation of Loughborough.
Oh, yeah.
Luga
yeah,
Baruga.
I can see that.
Everyone loves Luga Baruga.
Sure thing. Okay. Shout out to Aquanax, who gave us $9.38 and said it's 1 penny for every video of yours I've watched since Fallout 3 Kill Everything.
Oh, how did you calculate that number? I'm not sure how you check that number. I know, I'm curious. If that's actually genuinely a real number, and do you know how to check, like, how many of a particular channel's videos you've watched or not watched? Can you actually let us know? Because that's really interesting.
Yeah, sure thing. I'll keep an eye out for that. Shout out to Anna, who gave us $5 and wants to know how you feel about crispy M&Ms, John.
Crispy M&Ms? I'm not sure if we've even ever had them.
Anyway, shout out to Sir Roderick Quincy Fawn Thunderbottom, the magnificent hiking of Australia, who gave us $5 Australian and said, speaking of minute men, I want to remind John, there you go, of his promise to save Finch What's-His-Face son in the next Fallout 4 series, which is likely to be Fallout 4 YOLO.
Oh yeah, I take it back.
Okay.
That's a nasty place to go. That's a nasty, nasty place to go. Under all circumstances, never mind you only live once rules. Yeah, we might have to take a rain check on that. Oh dear. Anyway, carry on, please.
Yeah, sorry. Shout out to Mostly Caffeine, who gave us £2 and said Jones is an odd name for a female deer. Because I said Dirt Jones.
Ah!
So there you go. And also gave us another £5 as well. And shout out to Send Me a Badger, who gave us $5 and said, PSA, the videos in about a week's time will have an echo due to John being locked in a cupboard. It will improve in a few weeks when he's let back out again.
Strikes me as eminently reasonable.
Right, but aren't closets, like, really good for acoustics?
Depends, like, what's in them and stuff.
Well, like, if you have a clothes closet and you have and there's clothes in it and, like, you put in some... I know a few people who record podcasts who, like... Well, because in America, houses come in with walk-in closets a lot more than they do in the UK, and I know a bunch of people making podcasts and that have, like, just padded up their closets.
That rock hit. I imagine under certain circumstances it might work, yes. Under certain circumstances, I can see it might, in theory, work. See if we can get some... we cannot get rocks around here, but we can try, damn it. Let's see how this guy's going to do. These mercenaries seem to be doing a competent job standing up for now. This guy's down to... Yeah, this guy's almost run out already. Greek generals are not good. So, not much is going to happen. This guy's... They're trying to get her. Nah, they're not getting the hit in. But that's fine. With that general down to 12 and falling fast... he'll be gone momentarily. He'll do a bit of damage, and I think he's... Yep, he did indeed die there. Marvellous. So he'll come back, die again, and now he's gone for good. Nice. Now, the problem is we do actually have hoplites here, so I need to bring up actual phalanx pikemen in order to take care of that. So those guys can just come up. Claire, while they're coming up, over to you.
Yeah, so Vantrickle in the chat pointed out that Sean Bean's name should be pronounced either Sean Bourne or Scene Bean. Because, you know, we want to be, like, consistent.
Seems legit. Seems 100% legit, that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least the spelling will be consistent on his many, many, many gravestones.
I just love how every time there's a new, like, trailer for a new Civ 6 expansion out, it's just basically an excuse for Sean Bean to just die in more ways. That's all they're using it for. It's just a chance for more Sean Bean deaths. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Ooh, here's an interesting question you probably won't like because it'll require going into lengthy historic explanation.
Oh god, yes.
Jacob said, what do you think have you ever wondered, what if somehow Rome had never fallen? 10th century industrial revolution.
Well, everything falls eventually. Everything falls, like, sooner or later, and...
Yeah, like MySpace, LiveJournal.
Precisely. Everything falls eventually. Like, if Rome hadn't fallen when it did, it would have just run into a different crisis, like the Eastern Empire ran into different crises as time goes by. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe Rome could have, stumbled on as some sort of, like, super early proto-Italy, and maybe it could have existed in that state rather than in the state of powerful northern city-states in some capacity, and maybe we could have had a unified Italy as like a nation-state a lot earlier in history, but I don't necessarily see it as like being that divergent from history, really. It's some of those things I think, yes, that would have changed literally everything. It's a cool thought experiment. But like, I think it would have been much the same, just with, similar crisis that they had to face would have just been faced in slightly different circumstances. And we've managed to bait these guys off the plaza. They'll be heading in this way soon. And when that happens, they'll be walking straight into prepared phalanx pikemen. And then I can just stab them in the side with mercenary hoplites and everything will be good. In fact, they're just very slowly being pulled forward here. I'm also pelting my own guys. And they... Okay, now he's just kind of moonwalking. Yeah, I think I'm doing more damage to my guys than to theirs. Maybe how about you guys just fall back a little bit, because you are totally 100% shooting your own guys in the back there. I can literally see it happening. So you guys just get around over here. Marvellous. And no, I just said fall back a little bit. Just said fall back a little bit there. You guys are... Guys? Okay. Got it. There we go. And up. Still just shooting your own guys in the back. Marvellous. Let's see if we can we just need to get these guys forward a little bit. Okay. What if I tell these guys to just move over here? There we go. Right, now if I just tell both of these guys to advance at the same time. Yeah, you just move to here. And now you guys move to here. This should hopefully work. And then just basically just spike in. And we'll just spike them from both sides. Their hoplites not armoured hoplites, so actually this is working very nicely. It's just this side at the back is just now basically, they're just being fed into the grinder. These guys pin them, and slowly they're pushed forward. And that's 100% less men. Job done. Yeah, that was a good final approach. You just kind of can't really trust the AI. Sometimes it fluffs it, and like the phalanxes just go 100% wrong. That was a pretty smooth entry into Turman, I'd say. Population's not that high. We're just going to occupy it. And this guy, I would like to come over to... Let's just check how far he can get. Make sure everything's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So slap down a watchtower. So we've got a watchtower down there. We don't need the mercenaries, to be honest. Though, actually, we've got the space for them. So let's just buy the extra mercenaries and get back to Turman. Speaking of Turman... Oh, it's literally already big enough to have a palace, which is great. So we can get that straight to a level 3 settlement. And I can train... Yeah, a bunch of okay, if not spectacular stuff here. That will be a tough nut for the Romans to crack if they decide to try and come in at this point, because we can block up the city streets with phalanxes pretty effectively. So, Apollonia looks vulnerable. Thessalonica's not great. These armies are... Yeah, there's some decent-sized armies here, but we've got plenty of armies too. We've got more strength here. If we can just guard the seas and make sure they don't actually land in Greece proper, if we just actually have to fight them around, say, the mountain passes around Thessalonica and in Turman, that could work. That could work for us pretty nicely, in fact. Yes, I think.
Okay, so we have an update from Aquanarchs, who said the way they figured out how many videos they'd watch was they added up the videos from each playlist that they'd watch.
Ah, so, okay. Yeah. Assuming you don't watch any one-offs, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, but even then, you know, if, like, you know that you've watched mostly, like, some big series, that'll be the bulk of it.
Yeah, true. True.
And like the Why Not Wednesdays were all in a...
That's true. They exist in their own little
Yeah.
playlist. That is most definitely true. Yes.
Anyway, shout out to Wenli, who gave us 5,000 South Korean won,
Ooh.
which I think was like a few pounds or something like that, like a $5 or something.
Thank you very much indeed.
But yeah, so that was interesting. We've not had South Korean ones before, I don't think. I
That's interesting.
The
You think that wouldn't be like
it.
one of the rarest currencies? You'd think that would show up on occasion.
Yeah,
But,
you'd think
okay.
because they're used to like a lot of video games and that.
Fascinating.
Yeah,
Interestingly, the Scipionas seem to have lost interest in like Leptis Magna, which is interesting. So I've got 9 horses here. I'm gonna see if I can take Leptis Magna with 9 horses.
Okay, well, you probably can't, but I'm gonna finish talking because Wendy had a comment.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah. It was, quote, I'm high on life and dead Greeks, MATN 2018. I must pay some dough after hearing this. So there you go. I'm glad to see that some people are enjoying it. Shout out to crazy little redhead girl who gave us £5 and said, finally caught one of these live. It's been keeping me going while I'm doing my coursework.
That just sounds like, Claire, one of your alt accounts, to be honest. That does just sound like one of your alts.
I don't often refer to myself as crazy or a girl, but whatever.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Coolman Fight who gave us 50 Danish kroner and said, I've got a glass jar filled with coins worth approximately, worth exactly 1,650 Danish kroner. So, thanks for giving us some of the kroner in the jar, I guess.
Nice.
Shout out to, and also in a little update to that question earlier in chat, Jakob says, sometimes I like to wonder, was there a way to avoid technological pause after the fall of Rome? Should have asked how we would avoid the Dark Ages and go straight into alternative Renaissance.
Well, I think the term Dark Ages is fallen very much out of fashion these days. Like it was a bit of a false oversimplification.
It was very Western, right? Because other parts of the world were doing fine.
Yeah. And this, you have to just have, bleh. Okay, based on whether or not Rome had fallen or not, there were still circumstances, economic and technological and military and migration and people of emotions of people, etc., that meant there was going to be something going on in that part of the world, whether or not Rome as some form of entity was there. So I think you would have ended up with a slight nadir in civilization one way or the other, and it wouldn't have made a huge amount of difference. Like, it's one of those questions I don't spend a huge amount of time thinking about, because there being periods of high civilization and slower advancement are absolutely just a part of stuff, to use the highly technical terms. Who are these generals, by the way? We've got, yes, you are not terrible. Arathus, you're okay as a young kid. And then we've got, the untruthful, indifferent builder, who I might just leave here to manage cities. But this guy, who's untouched by fear, might be pretty good. And then we've got 3 good commanders here. I might just pass over some of the good guys too. Actually, Decorated Hero, that's just... Hang on, that's unit training cost. So I might just actually hand that over to the kid in that case, because he can just stay here and train. All the rest of it, however, can just basically go over to, this 19-year-old. Aside from the inventory, he's already got one of them. So that's fine. And then, that's okay. I think the rest of these guys can basically head over. Yeah, you know what? I'll send 3 generals off in this direction. You, kid, where are you going to go? The untruthful, indifferent builder. You can actually stay in... You can stay in Sidon, potentially, or maybe... Yeah, as you've got that, just stay over here in Sidon and just help with the unit training costs there. And then you stay here because you're already pretty good. These 2 guys step outside with upgraded pikemen, upgraded archers times 4, upgraded even more stuff. Yeah, all of this. So, you've got all of that there. Then you've got these guys here. Then you've got some mercenaries right over here. You've got some elephants as well. You got Eastern, don't bother with Eastern. We got 2 slots open to us. let's actually help ourselves to some camels and some fast-moving cav, because the camels are kind of fun. And then you just chill out here in Antioch, and then this force heads in its way next turn. That's a fun little good quality force right there. Though, let's actually get some more stuff. Why did I just build the Awesome Temple of Hephaestus? Specifically, we don't want that. What we want, however, is war elephants. Get the elite cavalry stables underway. Boom. And Sidon has already got the royal palace underway. Jerusalem is 1 turn away from Pantheon being done. That's all pretty good. Tarsus just needs to keep training them Silver Shield pikemen, because we've got the money for it, so screw it, keep it going on here. Those buildings are already doing good stuff. That's all good stuff. We've got a small backup force slowly coming into existence around here. You may as well just keep training decent quality troops around here. You may as well keep training archers around here. A good line backed up by archers will do the job for the time being. Got a good force around here. This force just comes and chills out around here. This force joins in over there. And then everything else is, that's a... Ooh. Where did that come from? Were you always there? I think that might have been a Greek force that's gone rogue.
Let us know if they were always there, chat.
Possibly they appeared there overnight. That is... Who are you? I'm pretty sure you've got almost no strength left, right? No, just lost a bit of a fleet there. That's fine. They had a bit more strength than I was expecting. Where's the rest of the force around here? I think I might have already sent large parts of it off. Can you merge, by the way? You probably... No, you can't. That's a shame. No, I don't need your advice on how to merge armies. Shut up. You get in there. You get in there. Retrain you. Throw another Trojan on top. And then send that just to clear out the last of the Greeks. Because the Greeks have... After we take Larissa, that's it. They haven't got much left at all. There's one damaged bow over there that needs to be taken care of. In fact, actually... We can probably have that. Yeah, okay. Down it goes. Good. So that is pretty much the entirety of the Brutii fleet that's made it to the east of Sparta. Now, if I just hold them here with triremes, that could work pretty nicely. Oh, I should have just used this force. That's a much more appropriate force, yes. That's sunk as well. And then you just need to go over here and clear out these bastards. And that should be the entire eastern Mediterranean pretty much unquestionably under our control, which is pretty good, yes. So, those forces are heading in. Interestingly, Syracuse is still held by the Greeks. That might end up being their capital. That might be all they have left in the end. And also I can use these forces to stop any reinforcements making it in from Syracuse, which would be pretty darn good. Money's pretty much down at this point. We've got this tiny force here. You, Gyrus. I don't really want to dare push forward into Larissa yet. Not till Corinth is secured. But I may as well get yourself into a positive position. Athenian forces... Just basically chase off this guy. You finish off this guy. Just get rid of him. Yeah, didn't get any kills. Good. He's been chased way back. I think he's back in Larissa. You, let's take out these rebels. These rebels are on the run. What even are they? Mostly it's just some malicious stuff. And multiple rebel generals, which is kind of odd. I want these guys out the way, so I'm just going to finish these guys off nice and quick. Claire, over to you while I just take care of these rebels.
Yes, indeed. A shout out to Hope Sims, who gave us $5 and said, "Hi, John and Claire. I've been a lurker for a while, but I wanted to show your support for all the hours of entertainment and laughs since I found MATN. And also, they gave us our new sponsor.
Ooh.
So that's really exciting.
Thank you very much indeed.
And we got a little update from Freya, who sent us another £5 and said, "Here's another £5. Thank you for the Latin help. I've made some edits and I'm going to try out Caramonia Deam Roti."
Yeah, okay. Yep, I assume that the roti is that the capitalized bit. That's the
yeah. There's a bunch of capitalized bits, but I don't know if it's just because of the way that she sent it.
Okay, that's cool. That is cool. Ooh, and then okay, I need to spread these guys out a little bit. Archers were very hard to lay correctly in Rome because they insisted on standing apart from each other, so they didn't shoot each other, which was very inconvenient of them. And unfortunately, I've got a good selection of various things here. Not much cav, but no offense, I don't think these guys actually had much in the way of anything themselves. So actually, I can use this side chariots. I mean, just throw the side chariots at their cav. that'll be fine, because I can just do the same thing as I did last time. Put the elephants in the middle, just morale. That is everything aside from the peltasts. Keep the peltasts off on one side. I don't think they've got much in the way of peltasts, if I recall correctly, so I can basically just use these guys effectively, like you know, as if they were light cav. That should probably kind of do just fine. Start the battle. They're over there. Okay. Just move in this direction for the time being. Start running. Speed it all up. Claire, over to you.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Elias, who gave us 20 Swedish krona and said there is no armor without you, John, with the little heart and the little winky face.
No, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Shout out to Popeteer, who gave us £10 and said to stop Windows turning my PC on at 2 a.m. to install updates against my will. I had to full-on hack my own PC because according to Microsoft, admin isn't high enough privilege to disable that shit.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't really know if that's you know, gonna be an easy thing to do, but we can try deleting that sound file. Ammon gave us $5 even, and wanted to know if you've ever played OSA, the Insult Simulator.
I was told about it when it came out. I think I was offered review code. I thought it looked like it was a little bit like some games like that are kind of, they feel like you look at them and you think that's just kind of low effort. And that's the feeling I got. And that might have been unfair, but like I get a lot of games that, like, you know, they might be really funny, weird, like alternative takes on games, or they might just be low effort cash grabs by people who aren't very creative. And sometimes it's kind of hard to tell the difference. Like, the problem with, like, especially, like, you know, retro-looking games is it's quite easy to make a terrible retro-looking game. So it's very hard to tell the difference between the good retro games and the bad retro games. Because we look at all the games, all of them. So I think Claire knows the pain of trying to tell the difference between a game that's, like, deliberately looks a bit dodgy because it's supposed to look kind of retro versus a game that just, you know, is kind of terrible and crappy. It can be difficult to tell the difference. Right, looks like my archers are already firing, so now we're in a good enough position here. What have we got up here? We got peasants and a rebel general behind them. I'm pretty happy to just basically send my chariots barreling forward to this point, because this is kind of their job. So I'm just going to send some peasants barreling forward. Not peasants, they're peasants. I'm just going to send my chariots. My chariots are going to basically walk straight into peasants, and it's going to be beautiful. Especially, it's going to cause these guys to turn, to try and face them, and as a result, it's all going to go wrong. And if these guys do turn and, like, break, then what's going to happen straight after is they'll be close by to them. Peasants are going to be shredded. Peasants are down to, yeah, they're wavering already. And 100. Actually, I'm surprised it's still 120 odd. That's a really high number. Get round there, get round there. Where are is the cavalry getting involved? Yeah, I think the rebel general's getting involved. Focus on the rebel general if you can. We've not quite had the impact I was hoping for with these chariots, but to be honest, if they break and get destroyed, it's fine. Right, peasants are routing. Something else is routing too. Pull the chariots back, and when I say pull the chariots back, pull them in this direction. Don't let them anywhere near my line. Just don't let them near my line anymore. I don't want them anywhere near my line. My archers, meanwhile, are just firing away, and these guys are now completely out of position and going to try and redraw up. So those guys just being, oh, look at this. They're just being torn apart. It's beautiful. And now I just need to, yeah, basically get these guys over here. Those peasants are indeed broken. Let's just chase them down with the chariots. No reason not to. But now my archers can pretty much do the rest of the job pretty handily by themselves. So, over to you, Claire.
Yes, so as I was saying before, the end of that comment from Aman earlier that you didn't let me finish the
Sorry.
He said if you haven't played OSA, the Insult Simulator, I feel that game would fit your style of humor perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's suggesting there that sometimes your style of humor is a little bit like, you know, just low effort.
I think that's just what you're saying, actually. I think that's what you're saying because you're a bully. You're basically a bully.
See. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, let's move on then. Thomas Richter gave us 5 Brazilian reals and said he just wanted to know when is John going to do a video on arena.xlsm, an Excel-based full RPG game with graphics.
I've never heard of that before. We may look into it at some point.
Try Matthias wanted to give us an update on the Jaffa cakes. Gave us $5 and said the Jaffa cakes have been consumed. Delicious. I did it American style with coffee.
Is that American style Jaffa cakes? Do you have them with coffee? Is that the thing?
I think it's American style. Anything is with coffee is what he's implying.
Makes sense.
I don't know if it was. Yeah. I mean, in my head, I'm assuming dunking in coffee because that's what French people do, and that sounds really wrong because Jaffa cakes and dunked in hot coffee. But if it's just with like regular, like you're eating them while drinking coffee, that is also how I eat mine. He says also Stellaris is on sale on Steam for those who need it.
It is ahead of the Apocalypse launch.
Yeah, and you've been playing that, haven't you?
You think you... No comments!
I thought you said on the Twitter you've been playing the cherry thing, right?
No comments, Claire. Pay no attention to Claire, she doesn't work for me. And definitely isn't speaking on my behalf in any capacity. Especially legally speaking, right now.
Oh, I see.
I think you're okay, but you know, always just maybe double check with me before you say things about things that aren't out yet. You're fired. Oh dear. Well, the chariots have come back over here. Unfortunately, appear to be naffing off. I think we're okay, as long as you don't mention any details whatsoever. Claire.
Well, I wasn't going to mention details.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Claire's not allowed to talk anymore. It's against the rules now. We've had to introduce new rules.
Oh, the chat is having fun with this.
As Claire no doubt misheard, what I've actually been playing is Sins of a Solar Empire. So Claire's probably got confused there. Must have got confused. Very confused. Clearly, just confusion. Terrible, terrible space confusion. Carry on, Claire. Claire, is there anything else you'd like to say? Anything else you'd like to reveal about, you know, anything from the Official Secrets Act, perhaps? Perhaps you'd like to tell anyone the launch codes for Britain's nuclear arsenal to anyone who's listening. The time, you know, perhaps if to know when they changed the guard at Buckingham Palace, there's a brief window when you could get inside and assassinate the Queen. If you happen to know that, would you like to tell the nice people listening about that too?
I don't know that.
Yet.
Shout out to Kekel X who just gave us $10 just a second, saying starting John's lawyer fees fund. Yeah. So sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Thomas is right. I said adpocalypse.
Uh-huh.
That's what I said.
Excellent.
That's what I said.
Right, that's the rebels cleared up. That's the rebels cleared up. Marvellous. About the same rate as our career done as well. It's the rebels and our career both done. Thanks to Claire. Claire's just ruined everything.
Ryan wants me to leak a photo of your face when I said that.
Oh dear.
So.
So.
Micah had an important question about crisps. That seems safe to bring up.
Excellent. Claire, the deal with McVitie's. No, wait. McVitie's, wait.
They don't make crisps. Yeah.
That's the thing. We're not allowed to say they make the crisps yet. That's not being announced till next Tuesday. Shh.
So anyway, Micah gave us $10 and said, John, what are the best salt and vinegar crisps you've found?
Oh, I like McCoy's.
I've been importing Tato brand from Ireland to the US when I heard them from the Desert Bus Lives.
Yeah, Matt said he was going to send me them, but never did 'cause he's a bastard. I like McCoys. They're pretty damn salt and vinegary. They are pretty damn salt and vinegary. So I quite like McCoys. I do rather like them. They are very salty indeed, which is very, very good. Come on, we must be nearly done. 2 turns off Onagers and 2 turns off the Cataphracts coming out of Troy. Looking forward to that. Right, so that now is, I believe, with the exception of Syracuse, everything Greek now surrounded and under siege. So I'm happy to starve them out, to be honest. I'm happy to basically just let them come to us, because I'm willing to just take a break pretty much just to let the... Oh. Hello, are you right there? Are you trying to break into my nation? Yes, you are as well, you bastard. Well, you're not going anywhere, alright? You're not going anywhere at all. Where are the Brutii going? Vaguely coming down here. Again, heading northwards. Why are they gathering around Bylazora? It doesn't look like it's massively under threat. But, oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. So, I've got 1 general and 9 cavalry taking on 609 rebels at this point. So, let's make that happen. Let's make that happen. Excellent, 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 excellent. Meanwhile, back over to Claire, who'd like to give you the exact current geolocations of Britain's Trident network. Just in case you were planning to, you know, attack in any capacity. Just so you know where the blind spots are.
Anyway, shout out to the Cool Man Fight.
Claire, do you have the knock list there, by the way?
I'm sorry?
Do you have the knock list? I can't remember what it stands for, but I'm pretty sure that was the list of agents in Mission Impossible. If you'd like to share that with anybody.
Yeah, I don't know because that's Mission Impossible.
There you go. Now you get it. I don't know. That's the thing you're supposed to say when you're asked about sensitive information about stuff that isn't out yet.
I mean, I wasn't on. I believe I brought it up.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
Oh, God, the lawyers.
Don't worry, people's donating towards the legal fees now, so... Anyway, shout out to Napoleon, who gave us $5 and said, if you up your Jaffa intake, you might be irregular. Look at what you've started with this regular thing. Oops. I don't actually need that, but
Okay, let's start off by just charging some skirmishers with my 10 cav. Go 10 cavalry, go! I believe in you. Right, avoid the Iberians, of course. Okay, you didn't want to charge there. You would have really ideally wanted to charge a different direction. Now pull out. Okay, they broke immediately.
Sorry, Bob Bublington would like you to explain what this battle actually is.
Huh?
This battle we're doing now, WTF.
This battle is me attempting to see if the computer might just bug out and not bother sallying, which occasionally it does. But sadly, it did decide to sally on this occasion. And you decided to naff off. Good, good, good. That is, as usual, just a bunch of horses. I think I've hopefully got enough. Do I have enough archers here? I've got very few archers. Do we have more archers ready to go here yet? No, I still need to get more in there. Let's just get a practice range down over here. That's absolutely fine. Okay. That battle was unlikely to go well, to be honest. That battle was unlikely to go well. Cadonia has grown. That's marvellously good news. That can get a ship right as soon as flipping possible. And diplomatic. Scipii attack Britain again. Yeah, basically it's just backwards and forwards with Gaul and Britain. No major move one way or another there. No big attack from the Romans. Now I could go and try and take Apollonia before they get walls up. They've actually got Aulus Brutus, their faction leader there, pretty much unguarded. Albeit, might be a bit on the risky side to try and do that. If I go to about here, yeah, that's a good position for my spy to be in. And there's also, yeah, a nice British diplomat right there, like the nice kind of light blue colours. Okay. probably we just want to build up for the time being and just keep working on what we got here. Large Temple of Hephaestus, blacksmiths, etc. Get Athens into a nice trading position. Don't forget we got... Yeah, we got this army right here. I could just take Cyrene while I'm passing by. Yeah, why not? Screw it. Build a bunch of that. We'll just move in and take them out next turn. There's almost nothing here. I think they've already been assaulted once by something. Not sure who by. Presumably by Numidians, but clearly they failed because something's damaged the walls already. And yeah, there's quite a few rebels here. Weirdly, the rebel army is going to cause more problems for the... Where did they even go? Let's see if I can just go and find this. Yeah, there's the Scipiones. There's another big Scipiones. I assume... Are they actually at war with Numidia yet? Hang on, did they ever actually declare war against the Numidians? Yes! The Numidians are indeed at war with the Romans. The Romans have been distracted by the Numidians. The Romans are naffing off into the middle of nowhere to go and take care of that. There's Secundus Scipio trying to do that. Yeah, best thing I can probably do is just bring my massive army around to Carthage and just basically take Carthage and then hide in it behind the massive walls. And just murder anything that tries to come and get me while also training elephants, because that would just be kind of funny. Yeah, that's probably the best thing we can do right now, while also just pumping out some troops, some good quality stuff here inside Sparta, where we've actually got the bonus to experience off the large Temple of Nike, which is very, very useful indeed. And also we can just train more boats here as well, get some more stuff going along here. Yes. Have you trapped me inside my own harbour? That's very irritating of you. You didn't need to do that. There's a bit more Greek stuff. Hang on, I swear I've got a good... Yeah, I've got a good quality thing around here. Finish off these bastards. That's a clear victory. He naffs off down over there somewhere. You prepare to catch them. These fleets are getting experienced, which is good. There's some rebels floating around. Don't care. 15,000 and growing. Yeah, let's just get some more troops trained at Antioch here. And also just retrain all of this business. Yeah. Just get the... Actually, don't get the elephants in. Wait 4 turns for the new war elephants, because that will be awesome. But definitely get some new clariots, because clariots are best. Blimey, apparently it's still flipping 70% even with that. Right, get an Odeon in production. Even with a Pantheon, Jerusalem, we are struggling to hold it. We're struggling to hold it here. And it's not even that this guy's got negative public order. He doesn't. It's just Jerusalem is refusing to bloody work. And I'm just going to retrain everything, because why not? Let's just retrain all the things. Get more troops out. Everything's going to be fine. Memphis. Ooh, we've actually given you a theatre for the first time. Actually, no, not farming. The last thing we need is farming. Screw it. Just keep building more theatres. Make them happy with theatres. That'll be how we solve all the problems. It's with theatres. As for Thebes, give those guys baths. We're actually starting to build some theatres around, which is kind of cool. Bostra can have an actual harbour. Doesn't need one, but it's fun to have some harbours around here. Because why not, eh? This spy does not need to be here anymore, but he sort of is anyway. That's just where he lives. He's happy there. Good old Hatra. You have some baths as well. The money's just about spent, which is good. We'll avoid the extravagant and corrupt perks. Salamis needs to actually have a dockyard at some point. Can't afford it just yet. In which case, just give you a large temple of Asclepius. They're at 17,000, but they seem pretty happy with life. So that's absolutely fine. I don't remember where the capital is right now. Claire, what's our capital sitting?
I don't know.
I think it's just Antioch. Large city. Capital. Oh, it is Salamis. It's just Salamis. That'll be why Salamis was happy. Salamis is literally the capital. It is kind of roughly in the middle, and that's just to keep the Egyptians happy. So that'll do for the time being. Xerxes can basically just chill out here. Just one more turn. One more turn until we've got the catapult range ready to go. And one more turn until the actual Cataphracts. Yeah, I'm happy to keep waiting for the time being. Does any of this need redoing? No, it's fine. It's okay for the time being. Yeah, I'm happy to just wait until we can take Cyrene. And you are... Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot. The new army needs to go on its way. I should send that on its way. I'll send that on its way next turn. I'll do that first so I don't forget. Brutii obviously spying on us. I'm not. I'm literally going to do it first. The Brutii are they still heading? They're still heading north. I think they're just really obsessed with their war on Thrace at the minute. I think that's what's going on here. Just here we go. Here we go. Cataphracts. What's that? Defense 24. Attack 8 with a charge bonus of 9. Yeah, that's one hell of a charge bonus, by the way. Because these things are heavy. Yes, would you believe I'm training Cataphracts immediately? Meanwhile, at Sardis, what's that? Is that onagers that can be trained in a single cocking turn? Yeah, I think we'll get some of them in production too. Like, all of them, actually. So yeah, that works pretty nicely, I'd say. Let's also just get, an awesome Temple of Hephaestus up there. Actually, what's it Hephaestus for 4? No, better to get the blacksmith up. Actually, let's get the blacksmith and the armourer done. Actually, no, it's not. It's not, because that's only for light weapons, isn't it? Actually, no, it's for heavy and light +1. Then armourers, armour and missile +1 as well. Do I want... Yeah, 1 experience is more valuable, because 1 experience guarantees offense and defense up, rather than just offense going up by 1. So you definitely want to go for that. I'll go for an awesome temple of... Actually, I'll go for a market. Let's get a market going on here. Sidon has actually stabilised, interestingly, at 25,000 because the Royal Palace is in production. That kind of works for me. And Councillor's Chambers down over there. Salamis, let's just let them... Actually, you know what? I'll queue up the dockyard so I don't forget about it later, because otherwise I totally will. And that can have a Councillor's Chambers too. That's good. Rhodes needs some more stuff as well, but can just have a basic Odeon. That's pretty good just for happiness sake. Sardis, Temple of Asclepius? We've already got what we need there, I feel like. I'm not sure there's going to be much benefit from pushing anything else. Yeah, let's just go for large Temple of Asclepius there. Actually, you know what? It'll be the dockyard. Let's go for the dockyard, then we can get Quincreams out directly here by Greece, if that's what we happen to need. Still no sign of any trouble here. And we can just basically start bullying any Roman fleets that come anywhere near us. Some of them are going to do a run-by, but if they do, we can just pick them off. And you are now going over in that direction. Whatever's left is badly damaged. Who do I want dead more, the Greeks or the Romans? Let's start with the Romans. You know, why not both? You've sunk. Can I get over to the Greeks too? Not quite, unfortunately. Tragic, tragic, tragic. Oh, you can, though. Oh, no, you can't, boo. Oh, well, there's more Greeks here. More Greeks coming in the way. No, that's Romans. They're the green ones. City grows. Damascus. More stuff needs to be... Oh, hang on. I've already got that down. Sorry, I skipped the notifications, which I shouldn't do, because it's very useful.
Wait a minute. We've got a donation from Zycoria, who gave us $100.
Oh, wow. Thank you very, very much indeed.
Thank you very much. They said, heart your face. I've been on vacation for the months, a Chinese New Year and teaching for the win. So I totally need to catch up on everything, but it's wonderful to catch you randomly on vacation. Cheers.
Oh, thank you very, very much indeed. Excellent. And I did remember the army. Look, it's right there. It's on the way. Including, for the first time, Silver Shield Pikemen. Attack 12, defense 16, very long spears, good morale, good stamina, bonus fighting cavalry. Very, very good quality troops. These guys are going to be able to do very well, even against the best Rome can field, which is very nice indeed. But yeah, we've got at this point the onagers coming in. So the onagers will let us tear down these here walls, but it's only another 5 turns till Corinth goes down. I'm happy to wait them out, to be honest. I'm not in a rush. Thrace has lost Byzantium to the Romans. And the Thracian... Oh, look at this. There's some good quality big Thracian armies here. This is going to wear them down. I mean, if the opportunity presents itself, I could rush Thessalonica and at the same time use the army at Turman to rush Apollonia. Like, I could do that. That does potentially stack... It's literally unguarded. They've moved everything out. Hang on, can I make it there right now? The question is, how would I kill it? Can we make it to... Oh. I could get the entire army there. Well, hello, sexy. Okay, so the entire army can totally make it there. It just needs to be done in stages. So I just need to move you right here. I'm picking off the flipping Brutii faction leader right now. So Apollonia gets put under siege. Then the entire army can basically follow, with the exception of some stuff I choose to leave here just for public order reasons. Which shouldn't need to be much, to be honest. You just top up these guys, yeah, if everything just basically leaves with the exception of the damaged lads, so we'll just leave some damaged lads behind. You get over here. Turman's probably in trouble. Turman is at 15% public order right now. I think I can ship some stuff over there. Yeah, I can get the cavalry corps over there. I'm just going to send the cavalry corps from Athens to help out, and that gets them to 30%. That's because it's Roman. But next turn it won't be. Next turn it'll go culturally Hellenistic, and also everything else will drop. That'll be fine. Though I might just send even more cav just to provide a little bit of backup over there. So we've got the cavalry corps. Yeah, 40%, and of that... What is that? It's going to be unrest, distance to capital. Actually, foreign isn't being listed at all, which I was surprised by. Unrest is 60%, but I think that should be decreasing over time. I've managed to get basically this entire army to Apollonia. Okay, so this is going to be good, because Aulus Brutus, who some of you may remember from our own Brutii playthrough, Aulus Brutus has basically decided to chill out here by himself. He is a Roman hero, a famous orator. Unfortunately, he's an indifferent defender, which might be why he decided to leave himself completely unguarded. He's been Pontifex Maximus. He's been everything. He's had all the political offices. He's a politician, a bureaucrat, a true hero, and now he's going to be dead. Huzzah! Let's go and finish the bastard off. Claire, while we're drawing up.
Yes, of course. Shout out to Coolman Fight, who gave us 20 Danish krona and said, "My angry voice is cute and sweet." So there you go.
Excellent.
That was from earlier, obviously. Shout out to Charlie as well, who gave us $2 and said, "If I don't give you flapjack, he will." So there you go. You will have flapjacks. You will be safe in having flapjacks.
Oh, good.
Though I think probably could be time to take a break and get flapjacks if you wanted them. Also, shout out to Trapter, who gave us $5 and wanted to know where would we be if LiveJournal hadn't fallen.
We'd still be on LiveJournal, wouldn't we?
Yeah, we'd probably be able to, like...
we wouldn't have needed to have all moved over to Insane Journal.
What are you talking about?
Did not everyone go over to Insane Journal when LiveJournal fell?
No! Everyone went over to Dreamwidth!
No, that was just you.
No, that was just, like, everybody in fandom.
Uh-huh. Whatevs.
Okay.
Few people went over to Insane Journal. But I do remember a bit of a move towards Dreamwidth. But to be honest, like, by then, I think the whole thing about having a journal full stop was kind of towards its end.
Yeah.
It was starting to definitely fall out of fashion a little bit, I'd say, by that stage.
Yeah, I still know people who have live journals, but they regularly get messages that are like, "Oh wow, today your post got one of the highest comment numbers on LiveJournal."
I did actually happen to just be on LiveJournal, I can't remember why, like a couple of weeks ago, and I just happened to see on the front page that like it was like, here are the top journals today. Like I clicked through to the #1 journal in the world, and it was like some random Russian journal that had 3 comments on their most recent post. It's like, wow, your site is so dead, isn't it? Your site is so tragically dead at this point.
Anyway, shout out to Ollie3, who gave us €5 and said all those things about pronunciation in the
pronunciation.
Pronunciation in the chat.
No, it's not pronunciation. It's pronunciation. You were right first time. But I corrected you and you did it wrong anyway. Microwave. Finding out.
Anyway. All those things about pronunciation make me happy to speak Finnish. The only thing our language does well is consistency in pronunciation.
Nice.
Yes. Shout out to Team Griffin, Tim Griffin even, who gave us €5.
No, in all fairness, Tim Griffin is probably on Team Griffin. Go Team Griffin, go!
He said, Sean is Irish for John, so will John die? Probably.
Eventually, yes. Tragic as that idea must be.
Yeah. Anyway, shout out to Grey Morality, who gave us $15 and said, "I'm glad to catch a stream after missing the last several of them." And shout out to Alexander, who gave us €5 and said, "Hiya, I just wanted to send a little donation in because I appreciate the content that you make. Keep up the good work," with a little heart. So There you go.
Oh, thank you very, very much.
By the way, as to your question earlier about whether the new moderation thing would make it easier or more difficult, Thomas in the chat just says, damn it, YouTube added the new auto moderation thing and it makes my job harder instead of easier.
Oops. Maybe we'll turn that off again later.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. It just like flags swear words, and most of the time it's just people adding a little bit of like.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
color
fine.
to a regular message.
Okay, maybe we'll turn that off.
Yeah. Shout out to Ryan. He gave us $5 and said, "I'm glad to see John's new army now contains 50% more generals."
Absolutely, damn straight.
And shout out to Sarah, who gave us $5 and said, "I wanted to throw you all a few dollars for the distraction from worrying about getting my estrogen prescription. Thank you for all the entertainment. #burn Athens."
I think we've already taken Athens, and then I accidentally knocked down the Parthenon without thinking about it,
Yes,
which I have done
some
before.
Of the messages are a little bit older, though. You know that.
No, I mean that was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
2 weeks ago we took Athens.
I don't pay attention. Anyway, shout out to Hansan, who gave us 58 Swedish krona and said, "Love to all in MATN headquarters, but especially Tabby." Well,
that's fair. That's fair.
That's
yeah,
fair.
100% fair.
Shout out to Rock Chapel Boy 92, who gave us 10 euros and says, "Here's a contribution for John to replace the linen shirt he lost in yesterday's explosion."
I did not know that was going to happen. Neither Dan or Matt did not tell me that was happening.
Yeah,
like,
but we
they gave me
watched that
no
together.
heads up. Like, I literally just sat down to watch the video because I watched Dan's videos and just like, so was like, wait, what? They gave me no heads up that was about to happen at all. Just very nice of them. But it was very surprising too. Very surprising. Right, the trap is just about ready at this point. And as this guy gets here, this phalanx should draw up. There you go, everyone's drawn up now. So now basically all I'm going to do is these guys are... one of them at fire at will. Now all of these guys go into fire at will mode. And, okay, stop and fire at will. In fact, just fire over here. Everyone just fire over there and continue firing as far as you can. So all the Cretan archers, now fire... and fire, and that should get his attention momentarily. Yep, so down to 103. The thing is, faction leaders have a lot of bodyguards. Lots of bodyguards. So I'm hoping I can just basically lure him out, and then once he's lured out, that's what I've got these guys here for, because then I can do even more damage with these bastards. So these guys have to also stand and fight. I'm going to wait for him to actually be properly engaged against first, because technically he's not in range. Because, stab. Not a good start. That guy's failed to be killed. The first guy to reach the front line has not been killed. I think he's vaguely coming at this point. And, yeah, here we go. And open fire. Open fire. Why is he over there? Okay, yeah, that's right. Just if he's not in range, just push forward until he is in range, please. Now we just basically need to toss all of the javelins at this guy. In come javelins, and in come more javelins. The javelins in the rear will do the best work there. So he's down to, oh, look at that. He was at 103 at the beginning of this, and he's down to 30 already. Just him running into phalanxes, and just basic mercenary peltas can, even on very hard mode, can just melt generals if you can just pin them. Actually, I think he was trying to push through a phalanx to get to the archers, and has now broken immediately. And now there's only him left. No, continue the battle. Continue the battle. He's hiding inside the archer. Oh god, our archers! He fled through the archers, and we just took a ton of archer damage from him basically hiding inside my own archers. You can't shoot me, I'm hiding inside your troops. I'll shoot you anyway, you stupid bastard. Ah, marvellous. Absolutely marvellous. Well done, everybody. He just happened to run in a stupid angle. Right, so we've killed their faction leader. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to exterminate the population, because I just want this place to be calm and under control. And I think I saw there was a shrine to Athena. So we're going to get rid of that. And this place is... base farming level is pretty good. I'm just going to put a... do I want a Phaistus here? No, I don't want a Phaistus here. I'm just going to put down Asclepius, and we're going to hold. we're going to hold this territory right here. And we're going to do it by training chariots, which are definitely not going to go wrong and betray me. It's going to be fun.
Hey, do you want to do a little break and have some flapjacks?
Yeah, let's do a little break. Though, to be honest, we're not going to do much after we get back. We'll wrap up at 8ish. But yeah, let's just do a very quick break. Let's do a very, very quick break here. And the thing. Yes, we'll be back in just 3-5 minutes, something. Anyway, go to the toilet if you need to go to the toilet. We'll be back in just 5. And we're back. We are back. Hello. Right, back to this, back to the other, back to this. Lovely. Yay. Okay, so Turman is probably about to explode. But that's fine, because it's about to also become Greek and lose a bunch of stuff. We got some things here. I could probably just actually train some stuff going here. Yeah, let's just get some levy pikemen in, just so we've got a bit of backup, just in case of emergencies. Athens has a massive army chilling out. Corinth is under siege, so I don't particularly want to move into until I've actually got the onagers here. So the onagers are almost ready to go. Pergamum has got Cataphracts coming in, which is awesome as well. The Greeks are running north, because they're sending literally everything they have to face off against some big Thracian armies. And I really wish I could get involved. But tragically, I don't think I can. And the Thracian capital is... wow. The Thracians have got some big-ass armies going on here. They've actually got a full stack in their capital, combined with 2 big armies here. Now, this works for me, because if they want to basically throw themselves against each other, that's going to significantly weaken the Brutii forces. This is working out perfectly. Just flipping perfectly. So I might be able to sweep in and actually take Thessalonica as well, because that is currently guarded by pigs. That's currently being guarded by the new faction leader, who might go the same way as the last one, and also some pigs that they're planning to set on fire if things get dicey. That thing that totally happened in history. So, what else we've got is, yeah, Sardis coming in. We've got these guys over here. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, okay, that we can manage. Let's just double check it. Oh yeah, we've got this over here, don't we? I need to clear these guys out nice and quick. Just to basically... do I even want to do that? You know what, how many am I going to take? You've got 119 coup. Bloody hell. Fine, should have manually fought that, but couldn't be bothered. This place is tiny, isn't it? I'm just going to enslave it to reduce the population a bit. It's not quite big enough to grow yet, but in all fairness, I want everything out of here anyway. Actually, repair first, then build the roads. Then I won't need to recruit. I'll recruit 1 unit, and then it's going to be 2,000 in the not too distant future. That's fine. Then basically, everything can come with me, with the exception of I will leave behind 1 unit of levy pikemen. 1 unit there. Am I going to regret that? No, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. And on we flipping go. Okay, I've taken Cyrene as well. That can just be a little outpost. No need to worry. In fact, actually, it doesn't need roads. Get the flipping land clearance down. Obviously, that's the more sensible thing to do. And lower the tax rate. That's growing by about 50 or so per... yeah, that's growing about 50 per turn. Plus, I'm getting land clearance in. That'll be done in the not-too-distant future. Let's just keep that moving on. Completely bypass Leptis Magna. Use my spies to keep an eye on where the Roman forces are. Because, yeah, if I get lucky, I might be able to just straight up... oh, a Roman turncoat. Who picked that up then? Oh, you did! A Roman turncoat. La-di-da, +1 command when fighting Romans. Well done, Alypius the Conqueror. That is pretty darn cool. End of turn report. And resistance is futile over Apollonia. Yeah, sorry, those were filthy Romans. They had to go down. We had to get rid of them. We are making our push against Rome at this point. 5 turns there, 5 turns there, fine. Might just basically wait out the clock on those. And instead, throw the new Cataphracts and the onagers over at Thessalonica. That could work out pretty nicely. Who's here, by the way? Do we have any... actually, where's the army? This army's still quite a few turns out. 3 turns out. But we'll see what Rome does. If Rome actually decides to really commit to the Thracian campaign, this could work. Snowy can just have Awesome Temple of Dionysus just to keep those guys happy. Massacre is growing. Everything's growing, in fact. Jerusalem needs more stuff. There's... Sidon needs to also train some more stuff. Just get some basic phalanx pikemen down there. Actually, for once, we're not swimming in money. We're kind of a bit... not quite short of it, but... I need to not throw it away quite so much. I've got a lot of armies on the field right now. A lot of armies. But we're getting more stuff into, and we're actually getting some more cities. Fine. Let's just end up, and I'll keep a particular eye on where Rome's going. So I think that force is trying to take back Apollonia. I should probably move the naval frontier at this point. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Okay, that's a push. And Rome, oh, look at that. The auto-resolve is just so kind to Rome, it's ridiculous. If I actually watched that fight, that would not have happened. So there's more admirals coming along here. Oh, look at that. There's plenty of Brutii boats going on here all of a sudden. Time to start actually pushing these guys back fast as we can. You come back over here. You come back over here. So let's just start sinking some boats around here. You come back over here. Yeah. I'm just going to basically blockade the sea. At this point, yeah, they can't get past me. The boats they're training up here cannot get past anymore. So troops they're training here, which it clearly includes onagers, they cannot... Oh, and Velite gladiators too. They're going to struggle to get them over the water if I don't let them get over the water. And I should probably, though it doesn't seem like the highest priority to me, actually I wouldn't mind... Don't have that many archers here. I'm going to get a shipwright down because if I can control the sea, I can stop the movement of the advanced troops off the mainland. So I'd like the ability to actually train proper troops, yeah, here. Actually, I could do that at Turman as well. Yeah, actually, I'll do that at Turman and Apollonia. I'll focus instead on military troops. So being able to train phalanx pikemen... How many... I don't actually have that many. In fact, I've got no pikes here. Right, yeah. Get the city barracks down here. That's fine. What should I do for the time being? Sparta. Sparta can just have some baths. That's going to be a long time for that's ready to grow because I did exterminate that. There's a Greek navy there. Get after those guys. Don't let them get away. If we can destroy them, yeah, they are. No, they did not sink. But they should do. 16 men, come on. There you go, that's sunk. So. The first onager is present and correct there. Pergamum has enough troops for the time being. Let's just send 4 phalanx pikemen down here. Then send these troops down here. I would like, yes, send a bunch of archers as an escort force for the onagers. That's lovely. We may as well send a bit more stuff. Let's just have the 2 onagers, and then I'll pick up the cataphracts, and then we'll barrel north. And speaking of barreling north, this force is almost ready to go. Now, the Romans are kind of pulling back a little bit. They're not running quite as much. Now they've got... Oh, they've got loads of artillery. That's going to be fun to take on. Yeah, this is why I need my own onagers. Because they've got onagers and I don't have any right now. They've got loads of stuff. They've been working on that for a long time. And I'm pretty sure it's this tech around here. Oh, they've got Triarii trains. They've teched up really fast, actually. That's almost... Actually, I guess it's probably because they've been investing in military tech rather than trade tech. They've not been investing economically because the AI doesn't really need to bother. Okay, this is... and the Romans are indeed going to be taking Leptis Magna, which is fine. That's pulled one of their biggest armies over here. So let's just get over to here. There we go. Now I've got visibility of all of that. There's a Numidian fleet there featuring 1 diplomat, and this force can just basically head around here. Quick as you like. Quick as you like, I said. Thank you very much indeed. That can be... probably 3rd turn drop off. Yeah, that's still a few turns out. And I've got no, like, anything special in there. And I've kind of sent some of my best troops off with that. I need to be careful. I need to be careful here. I'm not kind of overstretching myself and leaving Egypt unguarded if a massive Scipii force shows up. Which I don't think it will. It's fine. Let's get paved roads in there. I think I remember seeing that either Slasia or Susa needed an upgrade. Yeah, Royal Palace, in fact, 6,400. Susa could do some stuff too. Just keep those guys happy. Saki is still not... Oh, Saki is finally ready for the Governor's Palace. In fact, that's probably what one of these announcements is for. Nothing major going on there. Diplomatic information. Yeah, Thrace and Britannia. Yet more ceasefire and war over on the Roman side. You... Get out of here, you. Shove off. In fact, I'm not even going to bother dealing with you. That's fine. Artazata can just have some basic farming stuff. Yeah, we've not quite got the money to maintain the empire at this point. I need to get trade going on in Greece, to be honest. I mean, we've already got some trade going on. You can see quite a bit there, but I've got a load of armies on the field right now. Loads of armies. The Athenian force could probably be better positioned than what it is right now. I mean, they could start heading north, just to vaguely start being in a position to threaten. Athens is ridiculously happy. Not all this needs to be here. You're a skilled bureaucrat, though. You should probably just stay where you are. Let's keep those... Yeah, let's just keep that army where it is for the time being. Better forces are on the way. Better forces are definitely on the way. And, yeah. The Julii have a lot of territory. How are you guys doing in the war against Britain, by the way? You've pretty much killed everything of Gaul. You've taken Belgium off the British. The British still hold Germania Inferior, and the Germans still hold a fair bit of territory. They're still doing alright. Yeah, they're not doing terribly. And then, ooh, was that, yeah, Noricum. The Dacians still doing well, and not at war with Britain yet. No, sorry, not Britain, not even at war with Rome. I think they probably, hopefully, will end up at war with Rome too. That would just pull the Brutii further north. I mean, I could just basically start squeezing them out. Because, like, I think there might be a situation coming up where I might be able to pretty much squeeze the Brutii pretty much out of Greece and leave, like, Bylazora, like, completely isolated, which would be kind of cool. And then I can just start squeezing them out one by one, and then maybe I can force them into a bridge battle. We'll have to see. Nicomedia, is there anything I can build there? Probably not, no. That's a bit expensive. And Ancyra? Same deal? Yep. Running low on money here. Running a bit low on money because of all the bloody armies. But don't worry about it. Keep an eye on this. Yeah, more Romans pushing towards Thrace. There's definitely a couple of big armies going in that direction. But one's now trying to go... Oh, what was that? What was that for a second there? Yeah, you're 13 untouched by fear. I'll take you. Are you in Salamis? Was that where you just came in? Yeah, remember to ship him ashore. Because that's a bit much. I swear I just saw someone looking like they were appearing there for a second, but... interesting. Right, well, I just go and spend the money again, because there's plenty of places to spend all of a sudden. Claire, back to you.
Yeah, sorry, there's just quite a bit of conversation in the chat. But anyway, shout out to Ben Skirm, who gave us £10 and said, "Hi, I've got nothing relevant to say because my 9 puppies are doing 5 shits a day."
Oh.
You do the math, presumably that's each. Love all the contents, by the way.
The answer's 45.
Yeah, well, look. That's a lot of shits, but at the same time, you have 9 puppies.
And
so,
they are, and they're probably
like,
tiny shits.
Yeah, but also, like, you have 9 puppies. We do not
That's a
accept
pretty
your
good deal.
complaining.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal.
Okay?
Oh, hello. That's a big Scythian force, but weirdly lacking in archers. Okay. That's okay. Get the forces over here. You get out of the cocky way. Get out of my way, you stupid bastards. Go. Shove off. Right. Leave. Praspar needs to take care of itself. This force needs to get over here as soon as possible. Because the Scythians kind of... Should I have seen that coming? I feel like I should have seen that one coming. Right, the Scythians have shown up with strength. But I've got many phalanxes and not many archers here. Are they building? They're not building siege equipment yet. I think I can get there in time. Right, okay. We've got a big holdout up in the north to deal with there. That's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Right, Scythian. Ooh, Royal Barracks. We can get Silver Shield Legionnaires. Let's just rip off the Roman troops and have... In fact, actually, you can have Silver Shield Legionnaires before the Romans are allowed to have Legionnaires. You can basically have, your own Legionaries before they come, which is kind of funny. Just because you can rush to that tech faster than the Romans hit the...
I mean, I know it says Silver Shield Pikemen, right? I know that. But from here, it's a little bit far from where I am. And I keep thinking it says Silver Shield Pokemon. Like, I keep wanting to read it as Pokemon.
Claire, I think we need to sort out Claire's glasses here for a second. Because Claire is looking at what's on screen right now. She says, "I know that says Silver Shield Pikeman."
What?
Do you want to lean in slightly, Claire?
What?
Do a little old lady squint.
What does it say?
It says Silver Shield Legionaries.
Yeah, and right above it, it says Pikemen.
Okay, you're not reading the big thing on the right. I was really worried about you there for a second. I said, Jesus, Claire, go to the opticians. Christ.
Oh, Zeech Tiger, by the way, says, "Let Claire finish talking."
Never. Okay, I'm going to eat this.
Okay. Shout out to Try Matthias, who gave us $5 and said, "Claire, yes, I dunked my Jaffa case in coffee. Yum." That's a bit weird, I think. Anyway, shout out to Mason Carter. He gave us $10 and said, "I quite enjoyed your Kingdom Come Deliverance video earlier this week. I've actually purchased it on Steam and I've been enjoying it a lot so far."
I think it's going to be a really divisive one. Like, some people will find like the level of head-crushing depth a little bit off-putting, and some people will really love it. I think it's going to be a real Marmite game. So I imagine some people will really not get on with it, but some people will absolutely adore it. So it's a really interesting one. It's a really interesting one. Unquestionably.
Shout out to David in chat, who says, "Is John really talking about someone else's perception?"
I am, yes.
Shout out to Bugsy, who gave us £5 and said this is towards the legal fees. Shout out to Grey Morality, who gave us $10 and said, "John, since you seem to like Rome, have you ever seen the extra history videos on Justinian or the Punic Wars?"
I have. I have seen them. They're a very fun, accessible way to get introduced. I very much approve of it. Because, like, you know, though it doesn't, like, go into all the detail, like, it's a very fun, accessible way to get people interested in that period of history, which is really admirable. I think they do a really good job taking history and telling it in such a way as is, like, you know, fun and accessible and interesting. Even if, like, you know, sometimes they take a few liberties to make the story a bit better, but they're very honest and open about that afterwards because of the whole, you know, entire series called Lies. So, you know, I think I'm fine with it for the most part.
Yeah, we watched the Justinian one on the Chromecast together.
I think we did, yes.
Yeah, they have a lot of really great ones.
Yeah, they have some really fun ones. I think their World War One was probably my favourite one. The run up to World War One.
I really liked the one on the water pump and the colliery, you know.
Ah, yes, yeah.
The Jon Snow one.
Yeah, the Broad Street pump. Yeah.
Yes, that was really. Well, that wasn't really fun because a lot of people died, but whatever, you know what I mean. I like weird medical history, so there you go.
Mm-hmm.
We also had a couple of messages in chat about, like, fun historical media or media about history.
Yeah.
Tomas Walsh wanted to know if you've heard of a graphic novel about Hannibal and his war with Rome called In Search of Hannibal.
I do not believe I have. That does not ring a bell immediately anyway.
Yeah, so that might be of interest. Bless you. Shout out to Popter, who also wanted to know what's your view on a new BBC series about Troy?
I haven't seen it yet.
I think we know what we're doing after the stream.
I haven't seen it yet.
We went to a birthday.
I've seen some snippets and it looks kind of bad. So we'll see.
Well, was that the one that aired yesterday? We were going to see
it, and
then we went out.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're watching that tonight with the Indian food, presumably.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think it's going to be terrible. From the snippets I've seen, it looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Everyone in the chat is panicking because you, like, deafened them with that sneeze.
Sorry. If this were a video, I'd have edited that bit out.
Yeah.
But you came live, so you brought this on yourselves.
Bob Boblington says, did John just squeak? Which made me think of Tabby's squeaky meow that she does sometimes when she's hungry.
Disturbed.
And it sounds like the squeaker toy in Toy Story, you know?
That's true. That's true, yes.
You don't. It's very cute. Anyway.
Bless her cute little face.
She has a very cute little face.
She has the cutest little face, though.
Shout out to Ville, who gave us 10 euros and says he has my contribution to the legal fee fund. Also not sure if it would make a good video, but John might like Hearts of Iron 4.
I think we'll be seeing more paradoxy stuff at some point in the future, don't you worry.
Yeah. Undefined point and undefined thing.
Yeah, an undefined paradox game at some point in the undefined very near future.
Yeah, Notilius in the chat also asked if I listen to the podcast Soulbones, which is about medical history. I do indeed. I love it. It's one of my favorites. It's very funny.
I don't, because I don't really listen to podcasts.
Well, yeah, because you spend a lot of... I mean, to be fair, I do spend a lot of time just listening to you talking when I edit the videos, but you spend...
You say that like it's not... Like, could you show us a more happy tone of voice for that, please?
I'm sorry, I'm going to IQ yourself.
I want you to IQ it up, yeah. There's a recent documentary in Britain which was about IKEA employees, and they're all fanatically, slightly weirdly loyal and happy about working for IKEA. And I've basically encouraged Claire to be more like that with regards to me.
Yes.
Basically, I just want her to be more fanatically loyal to me, like I'm some form of cult, the cult of John.
No.
Basically.
No, come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is not. It's John. You can't. You can't have a cult that's not alliterative. That's just not how it works. Right? Yeah, you know this. Anyway,
there's a lot of Scythians coming in all of a sudden. There's a lot of them. They've decided they really want to... Oh no, the faction leader! He was actually in Praspar right now. And he's under... The bloody Scythians are now everywhere. The bloody Scythians are literally all sides. Okay, right, the faction leader's dead. So Zexis is now the new one. So he's now just chilling out outside Corinth. So he's not going to hear about that for some cocking months. Okay. And more cities are growing. Tarsus...
Hashtag Jolt of John.
Good old Jolt of Jonk. Susa also needs... Oh, everything needs cocking royal palaces all of a sudden. Okay, fine. I'll spend the money now so I don't forget about it. Okay. Yeah, Prosper's under siege. How's the Julia advanced? Oh dear. Yes.
Bob Boblington in chat says, I like the idea that MATN has an annual business conference, which is just a stage with John on it and one chair in the audience where Claire has to sit.
In all fairness, like, during our office Christmas party, I did very loudly give a talk about Boxco and how our box business was doing. And how the bastards over at Megabox Limited would try and steal our ideas, but we were still ahead of them, we were still ahead of the game. And how our 12-sided box hadn't caught on yet, but we were totally looking for achieve better penetration in Q1 2018. I gave a series of speeches about Boxco Limited, because I just had a lot of fun pretending to work for a different, incredibly boring company, which I did very loudly in the middle of a restaurant.
That was great.
That was great fun.
That was great. Anyway, shout out to Joseph, who gave us $5 and said, here's a legal fees contribution and a plug for a Homeworld series.
Homeworld? Oh, this has come up before, hasn't it?
I believe so, yes.
Yes. Well, make a note of it. Let's have a little look-see.
Yeah, I think someone brought it up like really recently as well.
Yeah, definitely. I remember it coming up recently.
Yeah.
Okay, all the Scythians in the world are now at this point coming south, including one of the almost very few number of female troops in Rome Total War, the Headhunting Maidens. There are a very tiny number of female-specific troops in Rome Total War. There's the Screeching Women of the Germans. There's the Headhunting Maidens of these. There's the Amazons over in the secret settlement at the edge of the world. I think that might be it. In the there's more in the DLC.
I like that the little picture that we had on just a minute ago shows them riding astride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Because that would be any other way to ride into battle would be a bit stupid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Anyway.
so there you go. Okay, so these forces are now ready to go. We've got ourselves, you head up to here and pick up the Cataphract while you're passing by. We've actually got a Cataphract ready to go, and it's a Cataphract, yep, 8, 9, 24. Nice. Right, get the Cataphract out here. Be a bit careful, though, because the Cataphract might be a little bit badly guarded. Yeah, there we are. Now it's got a bit more defense. Get the Cataphracts over to here. Get you over to here. If they want to attack me, they are welcome to try. Where's the rest of it? If I can get you round to here. Can I get this guy to be standing next to this thing? Yes, I can. Good. Right, I can get both armies off the boat. So we've now got 2 selected armies. One really good one and one backup one right here. So that works for me. I'd rather actually have this guy in front just in case they do attack. So this guy's the backup force. And we've got onagers coming in momentarily. There's the onagers right there. So the war's begun. It's 2 turns there, 2 turns here. Yeah, these guys have got to be weakened by now. Yeah, at this point they'll have to come out and they'll be slaughtered by our faction leader. And that'll free up the armies to head north. Yes!
Oh yeah, I was just looking at the chat and someone says also Scythian noble women, but I don't know if they
yeah, that's
another unit.
No, I'm pretty sure there are. That rings a bell. You don't spend much time fighting Scythia because their territories are poor and spread out, so there's not much point going to take them over. So they just basically sit at the end of the world, causing trouble for you forever, like right now, where they might be about to actually attack, which I think they might be about to do because they do have 3 battering rams, and it's nothing but axemen. Interestingly, attack 11, defense 9, which is they've got. Okay, they've got a chance of taking the city. I feel like I can hold. I think I can hold. This is going to be an interesting defense to actually set up here, because they can totally. They're going to put in a decent challenge there. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be very, very interesting indeed. And over at Cadonia, our shipwright. Shipwright at Cadonia is going to be worth a lot of. An extra like 700 gold a turn. And we kind of need that at this point. Memphis can probably just do without. Maybe we just pass. Yeah, all these territories are now actually over to no longer actually in red, but there's a lot of blue, which is concerning. I'd like to get the Awesome Temple of Hephaestus done. In fact, what can I cancel? What can I cancel? What doesn't need? You need roads. You do not need that forum. Sorry. You can have something cheaper in compensation. But Antioch needs... yeah, Antioch could definitely, most certainly do with having an awesome Temple of Hephaestus for the sake of training purposes. But, what's this? What's this? Is that cocking war elephants? War elephants, you say? With, yeah, much more melee attack, more defense as well. Absolutely flipping beautiful. And they've got archers on top, just for fun as well. So, yeah, they're on with both shoot down and tightly packed enemy formations. The elephant itself is also, in fact, the elephant itself is the weapon. We don't care about that. Right, I need to find 2,000... Need to find 2,000... Oh, remember that theatre I just gave you guys? Yes, sorry, you don't actually get it. Bye. The theatre is cancelled. I need, like, 100 more. Need to cancel things. Must cancel everything. Artizata, you don't really need communal farming. You can make do with the farming you've got. Look, I want to build this elephant, damn it. Look at this beautiful thing. In just 2 turns, war elephants. Screw Norman elephants, we'll have war elephants instead. Yay. Like elephants, but so much better for no well-explained reason. And also Cataphracts. If I want to train Cataphracts, this is going to be Cataphracts too. Yay. Hooray for Cataphracts. And this is, yeah, this is ready to go. This is ready to go. Just be prepared to hit that stop button. There's Thapsus. But I don't want Thapsus. Actually, Thapsus does have not many troops in either, but it's closer to these forces. The Scipiones totally took Leptis Magna. There's the Numidians. I need to get these guys around here, and then we just basically need to swing into Carthage. Oh, we're just going to take Carthage. It's going to be hilarious. Right, okay. Apollonia. Building more troops. Turman probably could do with building some more. Actually, Turman can just produce spies. Let's get some more spies out on the field. Athens is just going to have to make do for the time being. I can't... yeah, money is shy. Money is so damn shy right now. The question is, are the Scythians about to attack? Claire just made a gasp noise.
Shout out to Spencer, who gave us £5 and said, I'm far too emotionally attached to Tabby Novacat. I have no idea how I feel if she dies. If he dies, whatever. She's a she.
Yeah, it's a she. Just a very bulky, bearded Ukrainian she.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tabby.
Bless Tabby Novacat.
I get very emotionally distraught, like, while editing.
Well, you're and you don't know what's about to happen, and you don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
Because next up I think is part 6. There's a bit of a big moment in part 6 next Friday. There's a bit of a moment of drama. So we'll just have to leave you with that. To be honest, I'm afraid you'll just have to. Some stuff happens next Friday. Some stuff. And you're just going to have to wait for it. Would you like to spoil it, by the way, Claire? Would you like to just say it out loud now? When it's
no.
No, excellent.
I'm
okay, good. Excellent. We're learning. Excellent. Oh, Claire's little face.
You know what's really fun is when, like, you make a mistake and your boss isn't actually mad about it, but pretends to be mad about it for a little bit, and then you're worried about it. Yeah. That's really fun.
That does sound fun. You're right.
Yeah.
Good.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Shout out to EJ, who gave us $5 and said, Hi, John and Claire. I just wanted to say the Valentine's Day special was such a treat. There's nothing I love more than weirdly translated dating scenes.
You know what the weird thing is? That actually video was really not viewed that much. It got weirdly low views. I was genuinely quite surprised by it.
Oh, people are paying their respects to Tabby Novacat.
I need to get the elephants out of here, by the way.
It's weird the kind of things that the new auto-ban filter catches. It tried to ban Bob Boblington from saying, well, not to ban him, but to remove the message, holy shit, John, you're such a cock. Which... I
think that seems fair and reasonable, quite frankly.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. That's a completely fair and reasonable message. It's a fair assessment. I mean, I don't think that's something that should be removed.
I don't know. I think it seems unfair and unreasonable to me. Good job, YouTube. Good job.
Anyway, Damn Drunk in the chat says dating sims are weird. That one was particularly weird because it included a line, something about like, I'm tired, my bone is broken or something.
No, I'm tired, I have a bone in my leg. I've no idea what that was originally before it was mistranslated. I'm assuming it's like a bad idiom or something? I genuinely wasn't sure. I had no clue. I was totally lost by it. That one completely lost me.
Zykoria in chat wanted to know what series is Tabby Novacat. She's in XCOM.
She's an XCOM.
Where
Tabby
we have
Novacat.
A bunch of soldiers, and we name a few of them. There's a John and a Claire and a Tabby.
There's John Down Under, the Australian sniper.
Yeah.
John Down Under.
And Claire Sentinel French.
Yeah. Good old Claire
who was
French.
German.
There were no French. Look, no French people have shown up to support XCOM yet.
No
Claire.
French women. There's some French dudes.
Was there? I thought
There's
they were all
Marcel
Dutch.
Martin.
Oh yeah, that's true. There was Marcel Martin. That's true.
Oh, look at who's flipping going to spoil shit now.
What?
You almost said I thought they all.
What?
You said I thought they all.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Well, I don't know what you were.
At this point, Claire is so keen to spoil things. She's spoiling stuff that doesn't happen. Marcel Martin's fine.
I know.
Claire's
That's
literally.
why I was.
Why are you inventing spoilers? What's wrong with you? Stop ruining everything for everybody. What's wrong with you, Claire?
You said a sentence. You said that. I'm not insane. Other people will back me the fuck up.
Go elephants, go. I'm sending the elephants in, and one of the elephants just broke immediately, which is kind of annoying. Just see if we can get these guys to break. There we go. Get over here. Get over here. Go on. Straight through. Screw the lot of you. Damn it, Claire. Stop making fake spoilers. She just can't stop herself. This is why we don't let Claire near the Large Hadron Super Collider, as I've said many times in the past. I have, actually. It's a thing I point out sometimes.
Yeah, they don't let loads of people near the Super Collider. They don't let you near the Super Collider either.
Well, that's because they don't need me for it yet.
Uh-huh.
Oh dear. I don't know why this one group of elephants keeps... Elephants don't have terribly low morale, but this one group of elephants keeps bloody breaking. Which is kind of weird. And this elephant is apparently coming under fire. These elephants are just going to charge into these archers, and then straight after that it's going to be backed up by cavalry. I just want to break these bloody rebels. I didn't realise this was going to be a problem. There you go. They're now broken. Straight over here to this rebel general. Just get down over him, because he's heavy cavalry, but he's refusing to engage. Just get over here. Get over here and help, you stupid bastard. Where's the other guy? The other guy is over here. Right, we might be able to charge down the hill and all this. There's my guys. Where's the... Are you trying to get over to me?
Ha! Micah gave us $5 and said, Claire, I played the stream back and you're correct. John almost spoiled it. Except that Marcel Martin isn't dead, so I don't know.
No, I don't know what to say. I was trying to say, aren't they all Dutch? Because there's so many Dutch people.
No, that is true. There are a lot of Dutch people.
And then you accidentally spoiled everything.
No, I didn't!
Completely spoiled everything.
Oh my god! Stop
spoiled
it!
Everything.
Gaslighting.
Okay, just for safety, just don't talk about Skyrim, okay? Just don't talk about it. Jesus. Ah.
I didn't say anything. You started saying something that sounded...
Oh, dear. Oh, flipping dear.
Bad save, John. Good save, John. The confusion is real. Heart Claire. Didn't John spoil that Marcel is alive?
Yeah, I had to, because Claire started issuing spoilers that
don't
didn't make
have
sense.
To. You didn't have to. You could have just, like, made it slightly confusing.
Uh-huh. Or did I?
Oh my god. Why? What happens in Skyrim? Oh god, John, did you break Skyrim again? At least there'll be audio evidence when they finally kill each other.
No jury would find me guilty of anything. It would basically be ruled okay under grounds of diminished responsibility for being totally justified. How are these rebels winning this battle? How is this happening? I just brought elephants. Screw the lot of you. You're peasants going up against elephants. The hell? Why have you broken? You stupid bastards. Alright, fine. Shouldn't have sent the elephants by themselves. We'll go and repair them. Boo. Elephants, unfortunately, by themselves do struggle a bit. They just don't really have the staying power. Fine, get back to Damascus. We'll repair the cocking elephants at some point and send more infantry too. Dear, oh flipping dear. Right. You know, ladies and gentlemen, as it is 8 o'clock, I think we better wrap things up because Claire's got that crazy glint in her eyes before she ruins the series. And Fallout 4 Frost is coming later, so I don't know what she's planning to...
I don't watch Frost, goddammit! I don't edit it either!
Oh no, she's just spoiled which series she doesn't edit. Oh no! Oh no, the secret's gone! No, Claire! No! It's like the end of the Killing Joke, where all you know is that they're both laughing, but you actually know one of them's actually just killed the other. Oh, dear.
Rage.exe.
Let's wrap things up here, because in 2 weeks' time when we're back, we might have to do quite the hold against Scythia, who are now invading in quite some strength, and Scythian armies are not to be underestimated. Like, Scythian horse archers refuse to die.
Tien Charcoal says their girlfriend asked whether Claire needs a hug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tabby will provide.
Tabby will provide, it'll be fine. Claire can go and smoosh her face in Tabby soon. We will actually have to face off against, the final remnants of Greece, actually within Greece. So we'll actually have to face off against these forces as they come out. We have got two massive armies here, which the army of Titus Brutus, together with, oh yeah, he's got siege equipment and I don't. He might actually be coming with the artillery to come and actually fight me on the shore. We'll have to see. And if he can or if he can't, I've got my own artillery coming in. So my own artillery will be able to come and basically attack Thessalonica very, very soon indeed. Let's also just move my own spy in this direction, because I want to see what's going on around here. Because the Thracians are looking a bit more battered at this point, but I suspect potentially there could be, potentially some more Romans will be pulled north. I think some of them have been pulled south. They're looking a bit battered and spread out all of a sudden. The Brutii are vulnerable. We might be able to take a bit more land off them. In fact, yeah, if I could basically just take... Yeah, if I could basically just take Salona off them, and then also just start slowly squeezing them out of Bielazora as well, we'll actually have completely knocked the Brutii out of everything other than their homeland European. We'll have basically knocked them back to their starting cities, which would be a very good start indeed, because the Scipiones are not in great shape. They haven't actually managed to take anything major off the Numidians as yet, though unfortunately the Numidian capital Cirta is currently infected with plague. So yeah, the Scipiones don't have much. They've got their starting cities. They've taken over this from the Carthaginians. I'm hopefully about to take Carthage back. So the Scipiones not in great shape. The Brutii looking a tiny bit overstretched and vulnerable. Now the Julii are the big terrifying lads, because they hold all of France and large parts of northern and western Europe. But they haven't yet actually moved into Spain, so they're not quite at their full expansion yet. We'll have to see. But when the Julii start sending forces this way, and they might well do when I take Salona, because then I actually believe I technically have a... Yeah, I'd have an actual land boundary with that. I could instead head to Patavium. I could head to Patavium, basically just smash into Patavium and say, come at me, and just hold here, and just hide behind the walls, and just let them throw themselves away against phalanxes forever. I might send a spy up there to see if that might work, because that might be a way of... That might be a pretty good way of keeping the Julii busy away from Greece while I actually just build up and reinforce down there and letting them bleed themselves dry. So, all of that to come in 2 weeks. I think, yeah, next episode of Rome Total War Livestream is going to be pretty good. Because there's going to be, a big hold against the Scythians and a bunch of stuff. The first big fight against the Romans. Because, well, we've actually fought the Romans and the war's begun. It's only been skirmishes at sea so far. Next time, in 2 weeks' time, yeah, the ground war begins. We're moving against their cities and I suspect they're going to be attacking us too. But before we wrap up for good, Claire, do you have anything to catch us up on? Oh, I'm sure you do. Go
quite
ahead.
A few things.
You go right ahead.
We've been less sensible than usual. So there you go. We have quite a few things. Shout out to Sent Me a Badger who gave us $10 and said, under an NDA, I just wanted to say the redacted and redacted is redacted tuna fish redacted.
This man speaks my language.
Yeah. Shout out to Elias who gave us 50 Swedish krona and says, now that I'm wondering, are the NDAs you sign when you get games early different from embargoes normal game media abides by?
For the most part, I very rarely actually sign NDAs. It is mostly just embargoes, so we follow them out of politeness. But, you know, and we do our best to go above and beyond what we're specifically asked to do. So as a politeness, when we've been given something and they said, you know, it can come out after this date, I generally don't acknowledge it till that date for the most part, unless I've specifically been told that it's okay to do so, as a politeness. But I've not signed I haven't recently signed NDA. It's very rare to sign NDAs. Like Thrones of Britannia, when I went to Creative Assembly's house, they made me sign an NDA that would only be released after a certain date. So that I could not talk about at the slightest. Whereas for the most part, I don't actually sign NDAs. For the most part, it's much more. It's just me being polite to people who've been kind enough to give me access to games early.
Yeah, shout out to Eric who gave us $2 and said thanks for entertaining me on my work lunch break. And Official Sniggles who gave us $5 and said, hey John, thanks for all the great content. I'm looking forward to more. Shout out to Not Carl Pilkington, I cosplay as Egg Cartons 2, who gave us £10 and said, I'm glad to be back after so cocking long, sorry for the delay. I've been loving the stuff. Please carry on the Civ 6 stuff, if only for the terrible accent shenanigans. May this give you many a true Jaffa.
Yeah, I'm thinking it'll come back. I'm thinking it'll come back next week. I would be surprised if it didn't.
And shout out to Ollie3 who had a slightly morbid question and also gave us €5. If Claire died, would you be willing to make a deal with the devil to climb the Colossus of Rhodes and stab it in the face to bring her back?
No. People. Claire, cover your ears for a second.
No.
Cover your ears.
No.
Cover your ears.
No.
I've got to say this thing secretly to the people, but you can't hear it. You're not covering your ears enough. You covering your ears properly? Okay, so the joke I made in Shadows of the Colossus about the horse advising the guy about his girlfriend and how he might get a better girlfriend who doesn't ignore the bin, that was actually about Claire.
Hey!
You said you'd covered your ears.
Obviously I lied!
That was kind of a dig at Claire. One of her chores is to take out the bin, and who will never actually do it on a weekly basis, and instead do it on like a bi-weekly basis once it's already got overfull and horribly gross and full of garbage water and squished.
That's not true.
Sometimes
it gets bad, but that's not true all the time. And are we going to talk about the mountain of recycling?
Okay, meanwhile, I'd handle the recycling, which is sometimes slightly neglected, but doesn't get as gross as the bin does, so it's fine.
But also you do it, like, kind of terribly. Like, you put stuff in the recycling that clearly isn't allowed to go in the recycling because it still has food in it. So I had to go through the recycling and put the stuff that's not actually recyclable in the bin.
You see this is why the horse advised the guy just to let her go. Just let her go.
Okay, can
Beat
we
someone
do the rest
new.
of the things?
It's fine. Seriously, mate, she's not worth the stabbing. Yes, Claire, carry on.
Lol, poor Claire. First of all, why don't you take out the bin?
Yeah, hashtag take
Trust
out the bin
issues,
Claire.
the movie.
Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to tweet
No,
hashtag take out
no.
the bin Claire at Claire every Saturday or Sunday.
You did not just sick people on my Twitter account.
Okay, don't do that.
Thank you. That's so inappropriate. Okay.
Oh, minute man. Come on, you said there was more.
Yes, shout out to Golter Dude, who gave us $5 and said, "Hey John, I just wanted to let you know that you can right-click on the cities tab to pull up a list of all your cities and their stats, like happiness, for instance." And Try Matthias gave us $5 and said Homeworld is amazing. So that's another tick in its column. Shout out to Spencer, who gave us £5 and said and made the earlier comment about Tabby. So I've already read that. I'm sorry.
Tabby.
But she's a good.
She's
Tabby.
a good girl.
Shout out to Mr. Maple Syrup, who gave us £5 and said, "Hey John and Claire, thanks for distracting me from my very boring A-level mock physics, math and chemistry revision. Good luck with the NDA lawyers, with a little elephant." Shout out to Grey Morality, who gave us $5 and said, "Claire, wasn't that crazy thing that happens in the next Skyrim?" Probably not with that voice, but I'm not telling you anything about Skyrim, alright?
Good idea.
Shout out to Joshua, who gave us €5 and a message about a game I'm not going to talk about because it's not out yet. So there you go.
Excellent.
Sauce.
Okay. There we go.
Shout out to Natilius, who gave us $2 and said, "Man, this stream is dragging for an age." No one had mentioned Dragon Age this stream yet. So
Excellent. Okay.
we had to do it.
Of course.
With a little winky face. And finally, shout out to Micah, who gave us $5 and said, "Up next, welcome to Many a True Nerd Couch Sleeping Simulator." It's okay, we have a spare room, it has a bed.
You're caught up.
Grey Morality said I did a great impression of them.
Excellent. No, I'm done. I'm just reading. There we go. Right. Well, in that case, we're going to wrap things up for tonight. We're going to wrap things up. Excellent. Let's go over to... There we go. You know, I'm serious. I'll put the end screen up. Oh, dear. Oh. Now, obviously, as we've discussed at length, there's certain things which out of politeness we can't actually say. But, like, you know, if tomorrow you were to, like, you know, be hanging around the channel at the usual time when we put out our main video, I wouldn't be surprised if something really awesome were to be returning in some form of new format. I wouldn't be too surprised about that. If you want to be hanging around the channel tomorrow, might want to keep your eyes open for that. Winky face, subtle, not breaking the law. There we go, lovely. Oh shit, it's the police, run! It's the internet police, Claire, they've come for us! It was her, officer, take her!
It was me, officer, I murdered him because he was all annoying.
I'm not sure they send the internet police for that. Anyway, tonight we've also got Medieval 2 Total War. And after that we of course have got Fallout 4 Frost as well. So, both of them to come. Anything else you need to squeeze in the last minute, Claire?
No, I wanted to thank you again for sending people to my personal Twitter account to remind me that I should be doing certain house chores. That's, like, a great thing I appreciate.
You're very, very welcome indeed. Marvellous! And in the meantime, I've been John.
I've been Claire.
I've been Eddie Intruder. This has been Road to the War, the live stream. Thank you all so very, very much. And good night.
Good night.
And now for the financial news. Trading at the Dow Jones was suspended today after one combatant took an extremely bad fall while being put through a table. We all hope for his speedy recovery.